Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Terminus podcast for the weeks of August. You know what, I'll just go with the most recent one, even though it should have been before. August 26th, 2017. I am your host, Ellis, otherwise known as Train Man, and with me I have Wyable, Jader, and Milky. We've got the whole cast for once. And a new guest, J-Bro.
The gang's all here.
Hey!
I actually didn't change the date or the number on top. This is episode 83 for the record, because we didn't cover it. So,
Hey!
We've had some upsets in some places, both literal and figurative, and we'll get to those right after the train terminates at this station.
Okay, this week we are in the land of hippies, tofu, and Whole Foods and computer programming. This is Bakersfield, California. We are ready to depart on the Amtrak. What is this, Coast Starlight?
Capital Corridor.
No. It's
The
a
Capital
long distance
Corridor's
train. Is it the
Amtrak,
does the Zephyr
California.
go to Bakersfield? Or is
No.
it the other one?
No. The
It's
Zephyr
the other
terminates up north.
I
Oh, is
think
it
it's
the
the-
Chief?
Yeah, it must be the Chief.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chief.
okay.
Yeah,
We're
that's
the
right.
Southwest Chief.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're on the Chief.
Cool.
Chief
Well,
Cuyahoga.
speak of chiefs,
Oh, yes.
just to start us
the
off.
Chiefs.
Actually, wait, no.
Class.
Never mind.
Yeah, no, we have to do the mantle.
I'm like,
The Chiefs
yeah.
of Class 1s. And the Chief of Class 1 has changed. First off, Norfolk Southern, the former holder of the mantle, has derailed seven cars, one of which was a tanker,
What's your
uh,
function?
while traveling northeast of Muncie, or Munchie, if you want to pronounce it like that, I guess.
Munchy.
Please call
General
Munchie.
merchandise train, 49 rail cars, derailed 7
Munchies,
cars,
man.
contained ethanol, but fortunately nothing leaked. So, it was
Well,
en
that's
route to Macon, Georgia. Macon.
From Munchie.
From Munchie.
From Munchie to Macon. Munchie to Macon.
You're
I heard
making me
Macon makes
hungry
good
for the
munchies.
munchies.
That's what isn't that what you do? Isn't that what you say you're doing after you've smoked like a load of weed? You're making munchies.
Yes.
I'm
Well, you don't make it, you just go out to get it.
Yeah.
I'm a getting
Go-
munchies.
You go hit up the Girl Scouts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want some Thin Mints now.
I want some. I could go for some Thin Mints.
I really
bought
want
some at
Thin
the
Mints,
state
as a matter
fair,
of fact.
like, right
I need
as we
to.
were
I need
leaving.
to tell Madison, like, hey, you were a Girl Scout. Can you get me some of the good stuff?
You hook a brother up.
Yeah. I went over to a friend's house and she had Thin Mints, and it was the best part of my day. Also, I felt really handy because I built a shelf.
Anyway,
Anyways, Norfolk Southern doesn't have the only folly this week. Of course, being CSX. CSX has caused a collision, as a matter of fact. Train collides with rail cars, as opposed to...
Heads up for
Oof.
You generally just call that a train collision. You don't... I feel like saying train collides with rail cars is redundant. But, I digress. They caused grain and liquid to spill and close several intersections. So, clap, clap, clap. What was it? It was a non-flammable liquid. They don't say what, which is suspicious. But, it was a non-flammable liquid.
I mean, most liquids are not
No,
flammable.
yeah, most liquids are non-flammable, but it's like... Well, what was it
In fact...
then? Was it heavy water? Was it, like, you know...
No, is it deuterium?
Yeah. Was it H2O2?
Was it mercury?
It's like, oh, don't worry, it'll be fine. It's not flammable. It's not the
It's
only thing that can
Germax.
kill you.
Oh wait, no, Germax is flammable.
Germax.
Gum.
A tank car full of Germax.
It's just it's just a giant bottle laid on its side on a flat car.
You need 10 people to open the flip top.
No, it's just a giant pump. You need to like hit it with a bulldozer.
Too soon. Too soon.
smash.
Also, we have another spill of another non-hazardous material.
Germax.
No, it'd be corn. Lots of corn. Like, several carloads of corn.
So it's pre-ethanol.
Yeah, it's pre-ethanol. And this was Canadian Pacific. So this theoretically, both of these commodities could have come from the same place, and they both derailed. Maybe they should just stop getting commodities from whatever this place is.
Yeah.
It's top heavy. This corn is top heavy.
Top heavy corn. Alright, but anyways, with those upsets in the land of the Class 1 mantle of responsibility, the railroad for whom it has been the longest since they derailed is now Canadian National. Last derailing on June 30th, 2017. So, congrats to Canadian National. They are now the holders of the mantle.
Yeah.
Sorry about your corn, eh?
And suddenly, they no longer exist.
Something they no longer. Ha.
So anyways, Leibold, what were you segueing to again?
About the chief or the bulldozer? Because both of them I forgot. Both of them I forgot are actually news, and we're not doing the news till later.
We're not in the news section yet because
I'm still not used to the new format. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, the reason I
thought the bulldozer thing was in the mantle of responsibility. Is the reason I did that. The chief thing is in news.
Yeah. Oh well. The reason that I actually moved this around is so that if we ever have like a quote unquote high profile guest, we'll get all the chit chat out of the way and then move on to the boring stuff.
Yeah.
It could happen, but we gotta find the high profile guest too first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
anyway.
Right now it's just Scrubs. I can say that because he's not here.
Yeah.
He's apparently AFK. So, also, apparently, I just realized all those people wandering around on TBA's camera are actual people, so they're probably people trying to be on the podcast. Because Run 8 is a thing.
I don't think that's no.
What? Well, no, it's probably like O'Gillies and someone else.
That's, Bobby.
Foamers for us.
Oh my
speaking
god.
of foaming, actually, I am good at that. I'm really good at that, actually. I'm not good at that. But I did go ride a dome car for the sake of foamage, and literally no other reason, because I didn't have a reason to go up there. It was like, there's going to be a dome car on the Downeaster, and we're going to talk about that in the news. But
IPA!
IPA. Downeaster.
No. IPA. There was a dome. IPA.
It was a dome.
IPA! Trapped forever!
But this dome is a rail car known as Ocean View. It was built in 1955 for the Great Northern, and has been passed around like a blunt between the different Amtrak services.
Okay.
And right now it's gotten all the way to one end of Amtrak's network and gave me the opportunity to hop on board. So, I actually had a hell of a time. I really enjoyed myself. Oh, that picture's upside down. That's a picture I took for work because the train happened to go by an intersection that we're working on at work.
Oh, wait. Nice.
There is an F40, an MBTA one. There is Wakefield Station, which I made sure to send a picture of that to
Oh,
Achilles.
Wakefield!
That's your
Wakefield.
And suddenly the thing is not working anymore.
It's your function.
But yeah, so there's the interior of the dome car. Hold on, I'll send you guys this so you can look at it. And so I almost missed the train. I almost missed the train getting up there. Because I left as early as I could. I woke up at 7 o'clock. My train left at 25 past 9. So almost half past 9.
Wow.
But because it was a Sunday, so I drove up to Boston, no problem, no traffic, no nothing. I get up to Boston, and I pull in, and I stop, and I wait for the trolley. And I'm going, where the hell is the trolley? I realize it's Sunday, there's super long headways between trains because nobody's going anywhere. And the trolley finally shows up, comes around the loop at one end, and stops before the platform. And the motorman gets out, leaves the trolley, walks across the room, or walks across, not the room, the parking lot to, like, the office building or whatever. Or the little employee shed, to go and refill his water. And he was in there for a little while, so I think he was unfilling his water, so to speak, as well. But
what comes in, let's go out.
He finally comes back, we get going. It's been frickin' forever, and I'm like, I really need to make this train. I get up, I make the next transfer, no problem. get up to the next transfer. I have like 20 minutes left. Like 20 minutes before the train leaves. I walk into the Orange Line station, which is 4 stops from North Station, where I get on the train. And I see the countdown clock. Next train arrives in 8 minutes. And I go, oh, son of a gun. And so I'm sitting there, like, biding my time, looking down the tracks, like, hoping it doesn't take too long, trying to remember how to get out of the North Station subway station when I get there. Train finally rolls up, go up 4 stops, get off, and I'm lost and confused. And I'm like, how do I get from commuter rail to here? Or how do I get from here to commuter rail? There's a sign that says commuter rail, so I walk up those stairs, walk out, and I'm on a street somewhere.
Oh.
Like, I'm not in North Station. Where the hell am I? And so I'm looking around, I turn the corner, and I see the side of the TD Garden, which is built on top of North Station, and it's like 2 blocks away. And at this point I have, less than 10 minutes, and I just flat out sprint across the way into the building, down the platform, and into the train. I'm like, alright, I made it, thank God. And I just walk straight up to the dome car, sit down, get my laptop out, and hang out there for the entire ride.
Oh, wait. Nice.
It wasn't packed by any stretch of the imagination. The conductors were encouraging people to rotate out to give everybody room, but there never wasn't room, which was good. I never had to be like, oh, well, I guess I've sat here too long. Somebody else have a turn.
See, I wouldn't have done that.
Well, okay.
Like, not to be a dick, but I wouldn't have.
You'd have just been sitting there like, oh, looking at the views and everything.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but if the dome car is full and people haven't gotten to experience it yet...
Yeah, let them go.
Yeah, give it
let them have it.
Alright.
If it was on the Coast Star, it'd be different, but
Yeah.
it'd probably be full on that.
And then I got Sunset on the way back, and that was really cool.
Nice.
But yeah, I got up to Brunswick, never been to Brunswick before. Thankfully, ticket agent did not try to induct me into the mob.
That's always a good week.
Always a good week. There was an air show going on, so I step off the dome car, and the Blue Angels are doing tricks above the town.
Sweet.
And I'm like, whoa, okay, this is cool.
American boner moment.
Yes.
America.
Yeah.
And the station agent there, she was super helpful, super nice. She directed me to, like, go get a sandwich here or whatever. She was telling me different places to go around town. And then I get back, and she's like, because we had talked about this before, she's like, hey, you're an RPI student. Can you fix my internet? And so I went behind the ticket counter and started, like, fiddling with wires, trying to get everything working for, like, 10 minutes or whatever. And then I was like, well, I think you just have an internet outage. All the cables seem to be working fine. Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, okay, thank you. And then a couple minutes later, the internet came back on. I was like, there you go, you got it. Good job.
You should have just totally said something like, okay, I went through and did a reset.
Yeah.
At some point in the next hour, it'll click back on.
Yeah, right.
Just make up a time like, oh, it's going to take this long.
Yeah. But they have to do a reverse move to get out of Portland, I just realized. Or, I realized while I was there. They pull into Portland Station, and it's on one end of a Y, where if you continue that way, you go up the Crawford Notch and, like, to the Mount Washington Cog.
Crawford.
So the track past that point is actually abandoned until you get to the Conway Scenic, but that's the only way they can get stuff in and out.
Wow.
So it's still there.
So they had to reverse out.
Well, yeah, so they pulled into the station, they had to reverse out and then go up the other leg of the Y and continue in that direction towards Brunswick.
Oh, here come the trolley photos.
And service past Brunswick has been canceled because the company that ran it has been supplanted by a different company. And that makes me sad.
Oh.
It was my ticket. Like, if they had still run that, I would have been able to get back to Wiscasset, probably, and go see the Two-Footers again.
Oh.
But, oh well. Oh well.
Oh, well.
See, you New Englanders are lucky. You can take trains everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
The closest train station to us is 2 hours north.
Yeah.
Or
And it's
south.
Cleveland.
Or,
Oh, yeah, south or north.
yeah.
Well, it's either Cleveland or Cincinnati we can go down.
Mhm.
Yep.
So,
Kasich.
Yeah. Well, but I loved your reaction when we were in Philadelphia. You're like, oh my god, to have a service that you can depend on to get anywhere.
It's weird, isn't it? Just a sec.
You
God damn it.
don't need a car.
I was going to launch into the Pennsylvania special from that, but what else are you guys doing? What else have you guys been doing?
I was at the Solar Eclipse event at the museum.
Solar freaking eclipse.
Solar
Yep.
eclipses.
We ran the trolley for 4 days, and it was fun.
Wow.
4 days,
Double-decker
4
trolley.
nights.
Did you
No
take
water.
a picture of... Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, you
I
have pictures.
assume these quote-unquote night shots are not night shots.
No, they're eclipse shots.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
The closest
Except
I got
for
was in
the-
Louisville.
Except for the night shot. That was actually the night shot.
At night.
I got...
Yeah,
At
we ran
night.
it.
At
We had
night.
railroad down turn the tax to the front a bit, and that was our headlight.
You have a headlight,
It doesn't
Use it.
work.
guys.
Then fix it.
Fix it.
Get it together.
Fax that.
Get all
Uh,
together
well-
and just like put it in a bag and...
That's what we're doing. We took out service this weekend.
To fix it?
Yeah,
I noticed you guys
Woohoo!
have a Portland roll sign up top on the trolley. It's like-
yeah, because it ran up at a Whammock sort of trolley for a time.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys don't like that. Isn't very useful to you, is it? You don't really go many places.
No.
Oh, well, we have the tour of illumination, so
Well, then put
That
that
was
on the
somewhere.
sign. I noticed that the trolleys for Ashmont Matapan have roll signs as well, and I went. I looked at it and just thought for a second. It's like, you can't go anywhere else. There are no lines that attach to this line.
Then
You might
why
as well
have
just
that
put
roll
a piece
sign?
of wood up there that says Ashmont Matapan, because you're never going to change it.
use. Yeah, we have one on our PCC as well,
A roll sign?
on the side and on the front and back.
Yeah, there you go.
They're fun.
You're never gonna need to roll the roll sign. Also, is that the Seahawks unit? Ah.
Alright. Can the Seahawks unit pass?
It passed Milky, but
Ugh.
Did it
Well,
fail?
none of your football teams have a Heretics unit, so
no. But we have trains that go right to the stadium. So,
so do we.
do you?
You
Are they
can't take a
powered by
train.
Yeah,
M40s?
Amtrak Hastings goes to King Stadium.
Okay.
I mean, it'd be cool if you could take a train to the shoe.
That'd be awesome.
I saw a guy with a Buckeyes shirt on the dome car. It was an OSU hat, and I
Good.
gave him props for it.
Still counts.
Long OSU.
No, the better OSU.
The best marching band ever.
Yes.
I got to
Agreed.
hang out with
And the best high
I got
school
to hang out with the
marching band's about 20
mascot
minutes
when I was
away.
on the Cuyahoga, so they definitely have a special place in my heart.
I would say go to Ohio State, but it's too late.
I wouldn't go to Ohio State anyways.
Aw.
I have never been to a single sports game at RPI. I don't.
Really?
I just don't feel like it.
You just don't sports ball.
I just don't feel like it. Like I do sports ball.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a Trackside Tales thing, sort of. So I'm in a fantasy football league with my dad and a bunch of our friends, and I said, I said this to TBA because I've been thinking about it. If I win, the proceeds from winning are going to go straight to Run 8, and I'm going to buy Run 8 with it. So that's my
Goals in
my
life.
sort of
Goals in life.
internal debate. Now I need to actually concentrate, try to win the fantasy football league, which I should be paying a little bit of attention to that
Oh boy.
because I think my trade went through. My trade.
I
with,
need to,
my trade with Rangeley.
By running it.
Rangeli.
Yeah. But anyways, so Weibold,
So,
too bad
You
didn't make it.
got a new model railroad.
yeah. What's that?
I said that too. Go ahead.
Yeah, my newest. We'll do that before we do the Pennsylvania thing. Sorry, I was
Pennsylvania thing
expecting-
last.
Yeah. Okay, good plan. Anyway, so one of the reasons that we've been having so much trouble with getting the podcast recorded and the reason that it's so late is a lot of us are very seldom around, and that's due to work or, other things. For me recently, it has been because of college. These past couple weeks I've started college, and it's interesting so far.
I actually blame the solar eclipse. That's why it was so difficult. People were doing that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Blame
were-
the sun.
People were too
Blame the sun.
people were too busy getting hit by trains in the solar eclipse, but that's for later.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Anyway, I've decided I need a layout in my dorm room to keep me sane because I want to have something to kind of screw with.
Yeah.
Just because I can't be going to the club anymore, so I can't run any stuff there. And for the longest time, I haven't had a layout like in the house or anything. I've just had the workshop, and I don't really have room to have that up here. Just because stuff gets strewn all over the place, and I need like all my tools and everything.
Yeah.
So I've decided I'm going to build a little layout on my desk. It's going to sit next to my computer tower. It's the whole layout fits into a footprint of 2 by 3 feet,
Wow.
Nice.
and I've taken on a new scale for it. I'm going to be doing this in HOE, is what the
What is
Uh-oh.
HOE?
Wait,
It's
what's
what
the
the
It's
Europe-
O scale.
it's what the Europeans call it. It's what
Oh,
the
is that
Europeans
the
call.
HO scale and it has the rail in the middle?
No, it's it's HO. What Americans call it is HON 30.
Oh. Okay.
It's HO scale on N scale track.
Oh.
I
And
should just
I'm
do
gonna-
HON3, but okay.
Well, I would have done HON3. The difficulty is to have this layout. The minimum turn radius is going to be like 3 inches.
Oh.
Like I'm gonna have 6-inch diameter, 180 degree turns, and the K37 would not like that. Even HON3 being narrow gauge and all still doesn't like that. Heck, HON30, the minimum recommended radius is still like 12 inches,
Hmm.
and I'm doing
Wow.
I'm doing a quarter of that.
Oh god.
It has been done before, sort of, on things called pizza layouts, it's kind of a phenomenon where guys will take little like 2-axle industrial engines, hence the question at the beginning of the podcast. I've been researching this, and they will have itty bitty little, like they'll build a layout on top of a hat or on top of a CD,
Oh, wait.
and like the
I've
biggest.
seen those, yeah.
Yeah, like the biggest scale that you can do this in is ON30, but ON30 even is a little bit big for me, so HON30 just because I already work in HO scale, and I could just do HOE with some European equipment. What I'm planning to do is like a Black Forest / Bavaria Germany layout from the turn of the 19th to 20th century.
Oh, wait.
Ooh.
Jawohl!
Wow.
Yeah,
She Black
something I
Forest.
haven't. Yeah, something I haven't really done before, but I think it'll be kind of cool. I will keep updates.
Sounds like
posted.
it.
Currently, I've just got the statistics of like the minimum radius is going to be 3 inches, and the maximum grade is going to be something like 16%.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
It's this little itty bitty layout, and I think I'm crazy for attempting it. I am not sure
Yes.
at all if it'll work.
Yes,
But-
crazy.
I think it will. I have faith.
Oh, wait.
Gravity does not scale.
Fair.
No.
Gravity affects the same way.
Gravity
it
does not scale, and since these things are so tiny and so light on their feet, I think it'll be able to scamper up a steep little grade. You know, you're 16%. That's horrible. It's going to climb 2 inches in about 2 feet.
Yeah.
Or no,
And
that's, I can't remember what
I
the
don't
actual
do the
dimension.
math.
Like,
Whatever.
yeah, I don't want to do the math right now.
Ellis, do it. You're an
Basically,
No.
idiot.
No. It's
That's
in
negative.
the space of a couple feet. It's going to climb a couple inches.
Yeah.
Is about it, and it just needs to do that so it can cross over itself. It's going to do like a little folded figure 8 type thing.
Okay.
Oh, cool. So it's gonna go up, over, then down, and then under, and then keep going.
Yeah, and I could do like just a switching layout or a shelf layout, and then I could do it in HON3, and I did think about doing that, but I want to
Yeah.
have something that I can kind of, when people are in the dorm or or
Just at least
hanging
have something to do.
I want to have something that I can kind of turn the power pack on and just let it go in circles.
Yeah, see, that's
Yeah.
the best. That's what you want.
Watch the train.
That's
You
kinda
are
what I
getting
want, just from the
dizzy.
therapeutic standpoint of I want something that I can just kind of open up and let run around in circles. I don't want something that just goes back and forth for like.
It's like you do that to some of your friends. Watch the train. You're getting very sleepy,
You are
and then just
getting
one of them collapses.
sleepy. You're feeling more and more relaxed. No,
One
no,
of them
no.
just collapse.
The difference is I'm not in the fraternities because they have stuff like that happen. They just don't use model trains. They use
Booze.
roofies. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
Great. Now it looks like I'm getting date raped by a bear.
Marshmallow.
Candy, so hard marshmallow.
My God.
Anyways.
Is he gonna be splitting up my hands? You're like marshmallow.
Center scene. Alright, what else are you guys doing? What are you guys
oh wait, I
So-
fixed the transport's CNS small goals.
Oh boy.
That was pretty fun.
Those are wonderful things.
Yeah,
It's
wonderful
the
things that you gotta fix.
wonderful time.
What was wrong
But it
with
was worth it. They're nice engines.
They're nice engines.
I don't
And
know
I
about
did Albany and Western 484.
that. Ooh.
Oh, reskin?
Yeah, weave skin.
Looks
You
nice.
also made me a thing.
Yeah, I did.
You made me a
I
Zion
made
and
you a
Skyline.
Scion and Skyline,
2882.
yeah, 2882. Yeah, I put it beside my Albany and Western one for comparison.
Wow, nice.
And I think that was it. I haven't really worked too much on my route, so
China.
Well, I've been working a lot on my route.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
You
Yeah,
even
that
you
was-
even got it reviewed.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I should have explained the some of the trackage a little bit more.
I mean
So you
Yeah,
can
I
go
figured
on
it
the
out.
causeway.
junction. I like the junction name. That's my favorite
Yeah,
part
cluster
about it.
fuck
Yeah,
junction.
I had about 5 comments on the video talking about that junction. like,
I haven't looked at those yet.
I
Good.
love that.
But yeah, clusterfuck junction.
Where you can get screwed
What's
over
your
on
function?
any track you take.
Mhm.
Roofies.
The memo is like, you can get screwed on any track you take.
Yeah.
Mm.
Want to get railed?
Oh.
haha.
I want to get spiked. Wait.
Want to get
Hey.
derailed? Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, pretty much after Ellis reviewed the route and gave his 2 standard cents on it. Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
Honestly, I do like it. I like the open space part of it too.
Yeah, but I
Holy crap! I just got a lot from Jader.
yeah, you're welcome. But after he reviewed it, I decided to build south because I didn't want to build any more coastline.
Are you
now.
at Fox Lake now?
Yeah, I
Sweet.
decided to build south to Ruth on the NDC&E. Ruth
Nice.
is the very northern tip of Fox Lake.
Wow.
There's a massive steel mill.
And the massive coal area.
Yeah, the coal things where you transfer coal to barges, and I found some barges that actually work.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, I see those. Those
They
those
make-
are the ones that appeared hovering on the Iron Horseman route for some reason.
Yeah, they make noise too.
They do make a noise. They make
That
a
like
fairly
little
ominous
electric.
noise.
Yeah, that like little electric humming.
The bzzz.
I've had a lot of
Mm.
weird things appearing lately. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Stuff keeps showing up in my car.
Oh no.
What?
Someone left like a lantern, like a hold on. Let me
Got a
see if I can find a picture of it. Keep talking, but this is just a weird occurrence that I really have to share.
Okay.
Okay, so when I went during the eclipse weekend, I didn't have the pictures in order that I sent. The last one I sent was before the eclipse. I actually went to the D-Day reenactment in Conneaut, Ohio.
Cool.
They had over 1,500 reenactors. And it's actually pretty good. It's pretty amazing. They have people come from all over the world to help volunteer and reenact.
Nice.
And then Illinois Central Golf that was running their excursion the day we went. And you take that out to the big bridge, Tyrone Bridge, that got closed down in the 90s.
Mhm.
And one cool thing that we saw when we got back was the Alco MRS-1 locomotives.
Can I?
Nice.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is about them is they actually have the wheels on them can actually move and it telescope in and out for working overseas.
I was gonna say, yeah, wheels do move usually.
Yeah, it was weird to see
Otherwise,
that.
it's not much of a wheel.
Trains move too.
Well, the axles.
Did you know that trains move?
Trains move, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Really? I thought they just sit there and wait for all of us to go past them.
Well, they sit there and wait until you pick them up and take them back to their yard.
The hand of God just takes them over.
Yeah.
No. That's what
It's
Albany and Eastern
What if
did
all
with their-
real railroads are just giant models,
Yeah.
and God is the crazed foamer?
Oh, you know what? I have to talk
What
about
if
that a little bit.
what if God is a massive foamer and this is all
That
just
was in
one
the backseat
giant
of
train
your car?
set?
Yeah. So
That's
Jeez.
weird.
this lamp, like, it looks similar to this. It's a little bit more squared
So
off
similar
at the
design
base.
and stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how it got there. I have no idea where it came from. It is
Weird.
sitting in the back seat of my car,
Huh.
and I don't know how it got there.
Black
That's
magic.
creepy.
And I've asked
Question
my
mark.
dad and I've asked my mom, and they don't know anything about it. And I'm like,
That's creepy.
this is not the first
watch-
random thing to end up in or on my car. I ended up with like a 3-foot wide cardboard mustache.
Okay. Why?
Just tape it to the hood.
I still
it to the
don't
hood.
know
Here we
why.
go.
I don't know who put it there. I went to leave
Yeah,
school and it was
tape it to
sitting
the
on
front.
on the back of the car. Like the car had a
Oh.
mustache in the back.
It could have been
Tape it
seeing
to
your
the-
car in
No,
disguise.
tape it to the front and name your car Jeff.
My name's Jay.
Yes.
No, that's
My
the,
name
that's
is
the
Jeff.
secret identity.
Yeah.
You put
Yeah.
on the
Big time,
mustache
you know.
and don't get recognized. I was trying to see if I could like zip tie it to the front, but A, it's cardboard, it'd get ruined, and B, I don't want to cover the grill.
Duct tape.
Yeah.
Duct tape fixes
Woo!
everything. Stupidity.
I don't need to overheat my car.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, MRS one.
I still don't get how it survived to Pennsylvania. and back.
I mean, we did put I have put like 4,000 miles on since the beginning of the Pennsylvania trip.
I still don't get
Yeah.
how.
It's shrugged off a second check engine light.
Jeez.
Has it?
Yeah, it came on the other
It's
day
like-
and it turned off this afternoon.
It was like my truck. It was the check engine light was on when I got it. It was on for maybe like a year and 9 months, and then we took it into the shop. It shut off. Came back like 2 weeks later. It shut off again. Came back, off, and last I checked, it was on still.
Well,
And
there you
Ruben
go.
doesn't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, I don't have to drive that piece of junk anymore. I
I
can go
suggest-
places
I suggested rough trucks, but he said no.
because I actually want to, sell the truck
I know.
and car payments,
Okay.
so I can
Oh,
buy
there you go.
trains and stuff.
Well, anyways, anything else, folks?
I saw a GP9 at the P&W Square House.
Oh, I see it. That's
It,
very
it was
nice.
very smoky when I saw it, so the picture isn't too good. But
Nice.
What'd you say?
Um,
Oh yeah, you said.
oh, it's
YMCA.
Yeah, what are you building?
Well, I decided to. I don't have a picture of it handy, but I decided to rearrange my layout a little bit.
Oh yeah, I saw
I
you
moved-
talk about that.
Yeah, I originally had the staging yard where it just came off the layout towards sort of in the middle of everything, in the middle of the layout room. Well, I decided to move that up against the wall, and then build in. Oh, actually, I might have a picture of it. Let me look. But I decided to move the staging yard up against the wall, and then the 2x4 section where the branch line is going to go. On the the branch line goes above everything, and the track that enters the staging yard goes below it. It's sort of hidden, and I don't have it all in yet, but there'll be a Y that ties it into the main line.
Wow.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
But what?
Wow.
So I don't know. Maybe I won't need a. Maybe I won't need a turntable. Maybe. I don't know.
No, Derbs, I think you will, because you have those PAs. Unless you make it that big.
I mean, the Y will be able to turn anything around. The turntable, it can't really hold anything bigger than Jeep.
ah,
It's one of the little Atlas ones,
Yeah.
which I
You should
like
keep
it, but at
and
the
make
same
it like
time,
abandoned. You should keep it and make it abandoned.
Oh,
it's-
maybe.
You're pretty good at
Good
weathering kind of
turntable.
stuff.
Turntable good. Even if you can't turn everything.
I mean, I'd
Turntable
probably get the newer style though that has more tracks,
Nah.
Oh, wait.
because the one I have now, it's like track, 2-inch gap, track,
Back
2-inch gap. It's
gap.
annoying.
I have one for in scale too, so yeah, I know what it's like.
Mind the gap.
Yep.
In the gap.
Whoa.
Hello.
Oh, I don't
You
have a picture.
what?
Okay.
Mind what gap?
Alright, anyways. Mental gen.
Mental gen.
Where did we leave off?
I don't know, I got
God,
lost.
I can't remember.
I wrote Sunday onward, so presumably,
Sunday onward. What was Sunday?
presumably we left off after the Extrasburganza.
Yeah, I remember that was the last thing we talked about.
And so after that, we decided to... Or after
Hang on,
that,
let
it
me
was
open
time
my
to go up
photos.
to Scranton.
Scran tons of fun.
Scranton loads.
Of Emon.
Let's see if I have pictures of this.
Yeah.
I took very few pictures on that trip.
Okay, I took.
Oh,
I have
I
like
did take,
literally 300
I
pictures.
did take plenty of pictures at Steamtown, that's right.
Wait, which one was Sunday? Did we talk about like the Firefly special and the photo freight?
We talked about the photo freight, I'm certain we did.
Okay.
I don't
think
We probably talked about the
I
Firefly.
don't remember if we did, but that was a fun night. Just to go over it in
was
brief.
a-
It was an ice cream train. It was a bunch of caboose together.
Yeah, we
Wait,
got
where was
standards
this?
Yeah, we got
on
standards.
the Allentown Auburn.
Madison and
Okay.
I hung out in a cupola the whole time, and helped
Nice.
small children catch a pair of fireflies that had the unfortunate disposition of being in the cupola with us.
Ellis loves children.
Honestly, though, I do.
At one
Oh,
at
yes.
one point though,
I like
no.
children.
The best part though was at one point Madison leans down from the cupola. TJ and I are sitting at the conductor's desk talking with one of the guys that works on the line. I can't remember his name. Madison leans down and was like, hey guys, the kids up here love it when I hit Ellis.
Yep. Yep. Yeah,
And we
that was
just
the
hear
thing.
kind of these muffled ow every now and again because she was just beating you for the kids' enjoyment.
I mean, she wasn't beating me hard.
Well.
You say that like you'd enjoyed it.
Well.
It depends.
Kinky.
Wink.
Oh,
But that's right. Firefly special. Ice cream
Firefly
that
special.
Madison and I
That's
didn't
cool.
eat because it couldn't be safe. It wasn't necessarily safe for Madison, so I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to be able to kiss my girlfriend.
I
don't have
one.
And then the next day, we went to Scranton. Now, what did we do first? We showed up. Oh, we showed up and we did the tour right away. Right?
Yeah, but I was gonna say my first pictures of the diesels and the crane out in front. We sputzed around the main part of the roundhouse for a while, and then got on the tour, the shop tour. Which the shop tour took us. It was led by a guy that I had a really difficult time putting a finger on. Like what did he do?
What his
I don't
profession
know.
was kind of thing.
I don't know.
I've
Was he
been-
like one of the
He didn't-
Rangers?
He was a
Yeah,
ranger.
he was one of the Rangers, but he struck me as knowing more about the stuff than like just a normal Ranger.
Yeah, but I feel like a normal ranger doesn't work at Steamtown. If you're there and there aren't too
I don't
many
know.
people that work there, you probably get exposed to a lot.
Yeah, but I mean like mechanical stuff. Like he really seemed to know the ins and outs of it pretty well,
Well, it
that's
probably
good.
does more than
And I-
range.
I guess. I just had
No
difficulty
domain.
putting a finger on the guy. He was a really nice guy though.
He was pretty cool. Yeah.
There was this really annoying kid on the tour, but
Yeah, his name was Wiley.
Durbin, I know Durbin had one.
Actually,
I know
the tour was actually amazing. At one point, I leaned over to Chris and asked, "Who do I have to kill to get this shop?" Because
Did you really?
their facility, yes, because their facility is everybody bags on Steamtown for their mechanical prowess and/or lack of prowess. I'm not really, I'm not connected with a lot of the people out there, so I don't know all the ins and outs of what goes on. But their back shop and their restoration facility, Holy crap!
It's
They're huge.
It's
The most
huge.
extensive, the most extensive, the most intact, the most original facility for steam locomotive rebuilds and maintenance I have ever seen in the U.S. Absolutely amazing.
Wow.
And this is literally 2 days after we'd seen Strasbourg.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
this shot puts the shop at Strasbourg to shame.
See, I want to compare
This-
this. I want to compare the Steamtown shop to Age of Steam.
Yeah, I haven't seen Age of Steam, but
If we do
Like,
the Ohio
I have-
State Limited,
I have a
we're gonna
picture
go
of this
on Ohio.
mill.
We're going to go on Age of
This-
Steam.
What derps?
If we do the Ohio State Limited, we're going to try to go on an Ohio at Age
Oh,
of
I
Steam
really
tour.
want to go. I've seen a lot of advertisements for people going there.
Yeah. Maybe
I
no,
wanna
wait,
go.
no, next year's Train Mountain.
All right, but what were you saying? What machine? Because I was fascinated by the tire machine.
Yeah, that's what I have this picture of that was at least like 25 feet tall.
Yeah, it's enormous.
This
It's one of the-
massive vertical
Well, it's got to
turret.
be huge because you got to put your wheel. You got to put the engine wheels on it.
Yeah,
all
it's
different
cool 'cause
sizes.
They can use that machine to put tires on the wheels for 3713, and those are not small wheels.
Yeah, I have a picture of the Ranger standing next to 3713, and the wheels make him look tiny,
Yeah.
which was also a Hudson when we were there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It had
They
little
had-
shop trucks under the firebox and under the smoke box, so it had these little itty bitty pilot and trailing wheels.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah. After that, we went on the train, which unfortunately was not pulled by 26.
She
Oh,
broke something.
Yeah, they had a mechanical they had a mechanical failure with their pump the day prior.
That was
Okay.
such a tease though, because it was like, oh, well, she's running. She's not running. She's running. She's not running. Well, we'll see when we
Yeah.
get there. No, she isn't running.
She wasn't running. The ride was fun though. It was very nice. We were in old coaches from where? Where did they
They
come
were
from?
on the. They were I think previously. Central Railroad, New Jersey.
Okay.
J&J.
Big X.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hold behind
speaking of the devil.
a Lackawanna F unit, which was kind of cool.
Ooh, that's a nice engine.
Yeah,
Sweet.
they left the bell on the entire time, which started really getting to me after a while.
Really?
But
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I think just because they're in a yard, you have to do that. But I don't
no,
know.
when we actually went up the gorge.
Yeah, we went up
Oh.
Neon Gorge a little
Wow.
bit, but it was just
Yeah,
ding for some reason.
Yeah, the issue was we were paralleling a string of parked hoppers the entire time, and when you're paralleling cars like that, you have to leave the bell on.
Oh, because
So-
you don't know if anyone's on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That kind of
but
stuff.
that was cool. Went to lunch at the mall across the way.
Which
Yeah.
the entire like food court was being remodeled, so there was one place.
Hold on,
open
BRB.
that was
Yeah, there was
difficult to
literally
find.
one place to get lunch. After that, did the Lehigh coal mine tour.
Yeah. Hold on, I have an
Okay,
addendum.
so-
Did you go to the trolley museum?
Oh,
next
we
to
were
town?
thinking of it, but
It
we
was
didn't have
closed.
time. Yeah,
Ah, shoot.
I was tempted, but we
You
got to
haven't
look
done
at
that?
it, and then we were sort of forced out 'cause it was like place is closing.
Yeah.
But I have an addendum because we remember. So for the viewers, remember. But cut back when we went to the Reading terminal, we saw one end of the Crusaders line. Last weekend, I went to Ellis Island for the first time, and where you board the ferry in New Jersey to go to Ellis Island is at the old Central Railroad of New Jersey terminal.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Which the first picture actually has my grandfather standing in the doorway. I just realized that. Central Railroad New Jersey terminal, which is pretty damn big, and as well they have special boards up for all the different trains that stop there, and one of them is the Crusader. So I've been to both ends of the Crusaders route now.
Sweet.
Wow.
And you saw the only piece of Crusader equipment left in existence.
What is that? The baggage car outside?
No, there's there's two pieces left. Was there a baggage car there?
I didn't really get a look at it because we were just trying to get to the
Oh.
boat, but there were a few things
There's-
parked outside.
Yeah, there's two pieces of equipment from the Crusader left, and the one that's most original is the observation car at the Museum of PA.
Oh, okay.
Remember, it was outside. It's next to the GG1.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's right, that's
but
right.
anyway.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah,
Also, there's a picture there of downtown Manhattan
Wow.
from New Jersey.
That's pretty.
It's great, and if you look over to the side, you can see the Empire State Building as well.
Yeah, on the far left.
It was awesome. I was happy that we went.
good.
But yeah, there were some bits of the roof that were coming down on the terminal there.
Ugh.
So anyways, yeah, we went on the other coal mine tour, which had some different things and some same things.
It was really neat. I liked going down the incline. That was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that's right, because it was a slope.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
You drop into this dark, merciless pit.
Yep, we went down to see
They actually,
the central, basically.
yeah. Unlike that was the comment. Is the dark swirling oval below you? That's the central. That's where you're going.
Yep.
Unlike Pioneer Tunnel, they don't have any of it running, but the little electric ore cart moving inner tunnel system is actually really extensive.
Yeah, it's a lot
Like-
bigger than what we got to see too.
Yeah. It just keeps going. There's tons and tons and tons of what were they called?
Oh God, I
Causeways?
can't remember the freaking
I can't
terminology.
remember the terminology. I want to say it was like throwaway or walkway or I don't know, main sort of tunnel areas with tracks going down them, and there's junctions and doors and sub areas. It was actually a really extensive tunnel and railroad network down there. It's kind of cool to see.
And some doors that
Lots
killed
of
people.
drills.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
some
right.
doors that smashed people.
Remember, so we get halfway through the door, or we get halfway through the tour rather, and we have to go through these set of doors
Oh yeah.
that lock off like the main part of the mine from a different part of the mine that has the exhaust shaft. And it's 2 doors, and it's an airlock, so you meant to only have one open at a time so that all the air doesn't flow. All the clean air doesn't flow immediately out of the mine. First thing, these freaking rowdy kids, which also were kicking mold, which drove me nuts.
God.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
These
they run
kids
through
that
and they start opening the second door, and the tour guide is like, no, you can't do that because the air pressure will like throw the door around. of all.
the air pressure will throw the door open and crush you against the rock.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And there was a bit about this, and the tour guide tells them to stop and explains, blah blah blah, and the kids weren't here in pitch darkness. It was like an 8-year-old would be in there or younger.
Yeah, the nipper.
The nipper, and you had to hear the cart coming, open the first door, close it, open the second door, and let the cart through, as it was just like coming through.
And yeah, as the donkey that is pulling these mine carts is just kind of marching through, it's blind, so it's not going to see the door and stop. It's just going.
Mhm.
And if at any point you mess up, you will either be trampled by the donkey or crushed by the doors.
Yeah, or run over by the cart and be decapitated. Like
That too.
the woman on the trip that was like, oh yeah, my great uncle.
Oh yeah.
My great uncle was hit by
Yeah.
a cart and killed in the mine when he was really young. And we were
Yeah.
like, and the tour guide is like, oh.
Yeah, the tour guide, you could tell he was not expecting that. It was already a really somber note, and I don't think a word was spoken from anybody except the really annoying kids for 5 minutes
Yeah.
after that. Everybody just kind of went quiet
Yeah,
for a
and
while.
so we had a break in the action there, and then we went through the second door and continued with the
Yeah.
door. It was like, oh.
Actually didn't go through the second door, did we?
Yeah, we did, because the air shaft was on the other side of the second door.
Oh, that's right. We went 5 feet past the second door.
Yes.
We did not go far past the second door. Immediately went back up.
Yeah. That was the end of that. And then we went back and we sort of hung around for a little while longer.
At Steamtown. We took group pictures on the hand car, which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I don't have any of those.
I actually need to get those pictures.
Yeah, that was fun.
After that, we drove back to not Fort Union Town.
Fort Indian Town, but yeah, close enough. But okay, hold on. I do have a couple
Fort
pictures
Indian
that I
Town.
want to show off before we get to this last part, which I also have a picture for. So most of you guys have seen these already, but these are the pictures that I took at Steamtown. The first one is Shelby made me a scarf. So Shelby, for those who don't know, is the voice of Sam in the Iron Horseman Chronicles, and she made me an Iron Horseman Railroad scarf. And she loves the character Blount, and she ships the character Blount and Sam. And so I
And
decided
calls
to
it
cheer her
Blam.
up. Yeah, as ship name Blam. I decided to cheer her up because she was going through a breakup. I brought the thing with me, and I took a picture with Blount and the scarf as well. So some extra pictures of Blount and his coal bucket, and then Blount and Anne, and then Chris and the scarf. Which I took.
Yeah.
I took a picture of that. Chris, who we'll have to talk about more later, of course.
Oh God.
Yeah, Chris and the Scarf. So yeah, those were the pictures I took at Steamtown, but I'll bring up the next one. So what did we do when we got back to the Fort Indian Town Gap?
When we got back to Fort Indian Town Gap, we did something that we had kind of been holding off from because it was literally like a mile up the road from our hotel.
Yeah, it was right there.
And that was to go and visit
Go and visit the Versicar.
Yeah, visit the Versicar. We went and visited the State of Pennsylvania Mercy car, which is parked on, for those of you who don't know, Fort Indian Town Gap is actually a military base, and quite a big one at that. And so they had a ton of stuff on display, that, as well as the Mercy car. The Mercy car actually had a little like cover over it, and it was very well painted and manicured. You could tell that they took really good care of it. There was like a long Tom artillery gun, tank recoveries, a Duster, Abrams.
There was a C-130 across the street and a bunch of helicopters and rockets.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
The C-130 Triple Cripple was its
that's right.
call sign.
That's right. There was like all of this military equipment and then a French boxcar.
Yeah, and then this cute little wooden, like, it looks like it's something out of the 1850s. This cute little boxcar with banners and bunting on it under this little shed.
Yeah. Oh, I found out where the main one is, so I'm going to add that as well. I think that's something that we're going to be doing. The main Mercy car. Operation Apollo, I'm going to add that to the list. It's at a museum I've never heard of, but that seems to be where they all are.
Yeah.
But anyway.
They just kind of be in weird places. Anyway, next morning
morning, we had like a food debacle that night. That was pretty funny. Oh yeah, we watched Blazing Saddles that night.
We did watch Blazing Saddles that night.
Was great.
God, that was great.
Yeah, so we did that, and the next morning we woke up and we drove.
For those of you who don't know, Blazing Saddles, just real quick, is the definitive railroad movie.
Okay.
It has almost nothing to do with railroads whatsoever, but if you work on a railroad, quoting Blazing Saddles is something you will do.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. So, anyways.
So, next morning
we went to the
we drove through a bunch of cow farts.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Say that like it's a bad
Oh,
thing.
God.
Oh,
Jader,
God, it was horrible.
you weren't there. You weren't there.
It wasn't terrible
It
up
was
until
awful.
the point that there was road construction and we got stopped and had to have the windows down. It was either die of heat or die of cow fart because we sat next to a giant manure pile for about 10 minutes.
But that was not the worst thing we smelled on the trip. That was not the worst thing.
The worst
thing was the
that like it's a
mushroom
bad thing.
farms that we tried
Bro and I are used to it. And Bro's more used to it than me.
Yeah, but we were basting in it.
Yeah, like it was hot and right next to it for literally about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it was worse than usual. Again, I'm used to it to some degree too, Jader. It was bad.
Yeah. All right.
So,
what was the worst thing you smelled?
The worst thing was the mushroom farms that we had to go by on the way to the Firefly. Do you remember that? It was so short because we just sped by it, but it was so bad.
Oh, that was ugh.
It was like the entire cow farm experience condensed into a few seconds.
I was gonna say it smelled like all of the cow farms mixed with like wolf pussy or something. It's just horrible. Anyway.
Jesus Christ.
So
we went to the road of the Acorn.
Yeah,
we went to the East Broad Top the following morning,
which is really, really cool. I think one of my
called the
favorite
road
stuff
of the Acorn
because their icon is their logo is an acorn.
Oh, is it?
It's an acorn-looking thing.
That's what it's called, is the Acorn Herald.
Oh, okay. Today I learned.
Yes.
Yeah,
I didn't know until we were there, so.
Yeah, we've got one on the tool shed at the museum for some strange reason.
Okay. But yeah, we got to peek in all their buildings, the engine house.
Poked around Orbizonia for a very long time. Was really, really cool.
Oh yeah, it was super cool.
Actually,
we just like filmed.
You want to know something funny, Ellis?
What?
Remember how we were we were all pointing out the switch stands, and oh, these are kind of weird looking harp stands, and they're all stub switches, and one of the switches was missing one?
Yeah.
I found it.
You found it?
Yes. It's on display at the museum.
Why do you? Okay.
We just drug it out of. We had a display way back in the day that was switch stands of days past, And for the longest time, it was behind 5629, like buried in the bushes, and we just drug a bunch of them out to put on display and to repaint and bring the display out where people can actually see it. And one of them is a giant EBT harp stand.
Well, there you go.
It's like, oh, so I know where that comes from.
Literally, exactly where that came from.
Yeah, like I know this is
From my
spot in the
second
ground.
home.
So and then this was awesome. So we went over after we peeked in all the roundhouse stalls and saw the engines. We went over and we spun the turntable
Yeah,
because we could. There's a video of this somewhere, but it was what, TJ and I on one and you and Chris on the other, or was it me and Chris
No,
and you?
it
and
was
TJ?
it was you and Madison, I think. And
No,
TJ
Madison
and I
was like Madison. I was like, get on the turntable. I told Madison to stand on the turntable.
She was the train.
She was the
Okay.
train. Usually I'm the train, but
I am the machine.
I am the D
She,
train.
This makes ice.
I wanted to, and I regret this now because I wanted to do it. I realized that I didn't realize I wanted to do it until, way too late, like a couple weeks after the trip. We should have pushed it as fast as we could and then all jumped on the turntable and just rode it.
I'll talk about that later because that ties in with some certain people that I will
Oh
talk about.
no! Oh, that's right.
I will
forgot
talk
about
about that
this.
one later.
I forgot.
But anyway, across the street they had like a weird little trolley museum. Actually, they had a Liberty liner there
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
and a
drawing
San Diego trolley car out in front, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, they had some.
It's,
they had
just,
some
it's like that
interesting
trolling
stuff there.
museum's doing well and good, and then
Yeah,
ugh.
but after the
Oh, yeah, that
EBT, we
works.
started driving north
Yep.
for another indefinite period of about 40 minutes.
I mean, we knew it at that point. Like,
Yeah, we knew that one was going to be a long drive. We stopped in Huntingdon, not Huntington, Huntingdon.
yep.
for
hunting
lunch.
dung.
This cute little tavern called Boxers had us some
Oh,
Moxie.
it was so great. I loved
It was
Boxes.
good,
The
actually.
food was great.
I actually took a picture. I have a picture of the cute little sign in the street out front.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really, really nice. We can find it again.
All right. And then,
Um,
but didn't they have like all sorts of? Oh well, never mind. But we went from there to Horseshoe Curve,
Horseshoe Curve.
and that's
Yep.
where the day. That's when
That's where
when
things
the
went
day
wrong.
went from good to great.
What do you mean that's when the day went from good to great? That's when the day went from good to
Shit.
great to like, oh god, this can't get any worse.
It could have gotten worse. The cops could have shown up.
That's true. We
So-
could have got arrested.
We could have. I think we covered a lot of this last time because I brought it up because I needed to out Chris. But with some new stuff in the news that we're going to cover, I need to bring it up again. So we get there and we're looking at the webcam, which is looking at us, and Chris goes over and shakes the webcam. He's like, "I want to see if you can see it on the camera." I'm like, "Chris, you're an idiot." And then the webcam starts zooming in and out on us very rapidly.
Yes.
And then Julius is watching the stream, and he goes, "So they just called the police on you?" And
Yeah. Like the Foamite that owns the camera. And I don't, it's one thing to own a camera, but like, the Foamite that owns the camera had us. We later found out. At the time, we didn't know this. Had us confused with a group that had been up a couple nights earlier and had been throwing stones at the camera.
Mhm.
And so, of course, the logical course of action is to assume that we're the people that he, couldn't see in the dark and were vandalizing the camera, and immediately call the police.
Yeah. So they called the cops on us, and Chris panics
Chris panics,
and
runs.
goes down like the 200 and something stairs, and
Yeah,
apparently
Chris
goes and hides in the
in the
bushes.
parking lot, misses a Sonic bonnet.
Yeah, misses the Sonic bonnet, which was
Which I thought
hilarious because
I thought that was pretty fitting, actually.
it was
It's like, eh.
yeah. Because later we brought up the Sonic bonnet, and he's like, "There wasn't a Sonic bonnet." We go, "Yes, there
And I'm
was."
like, yeah, there was.
You were in the
missed it.
bushes.
And I showed him the
If you
picture
weren't
of
such a little bitch, you could have seen it.
Yeah. And so we're hanging out. We had a conversation with the attendant of the funicular,
Oh,
who
God.
sort of explained.
We're over in the little gazebo area, trying to figure out what to do. Well, we're not even trying to figure out what to do at this point. We're trying to figure out what's going on.
We're trying to. I was just like staring at the road, like, "Are they going to show up?" It's been like 20 minutes. Where are the police?
Yeah. And, we're kind of thinking aloud, and this voice from the cement pillar behind me just goes, "We have the whole thing on camera." And we walk over, and there's like a loudspeaker with one of the attendants that operates the funicular.
Yeah.
Who, apparently he's involved in the police calling thing or whatever.
Well,
and he's not
watches
even
the
really sure
stream.
what's going on. Yeah. He's not even really sure what's going on. He just knows that they called the police for some reason.
Yeah.
And that, we are apparently bad people.
Well, I mean, we knew that.
Yeah, well, that's really not that difficult to figure out.
But anyways, yeah, so we had a conversation with him. He sort of explained it to us, and we're like, well, we aren't the people you're looking for.
These
First
are
of
not
all.
the droids you're looking
Yeah,
for.
these are not the droids you're looking for. These are not the scrubs you're looking for.
Not the stuff you're looking for.
And so I was like, okay, well, we'll just wait, and when the cops show up, we'll explain that we weren't here before, and then we'll leave, because they can't arrest us for nothing.
Yep.
What's the charge? Eating a meal? Eating a succulent Chinese meal?
Yeah.
Suck.
And
This man has touched my penis.
and so we waited for like half an hour, and then we left.
And then left.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then left.
So that was that.
Which we continued to give Chris crap about for the rest of the day.
Oh, and yeah, and he wasn't happy about that. So
No, he was not happy about that. He, in all seriousness, he was really scared.
yeah, I don't know what the heck.
I don't mean that like, haha, Chris is such a pussy. I mean, I would have been too. He was really upset about that whole thing. And that was, if you, and I'm addressing you, the idiot that owns the camera and called the police on us without like looking into anything or calling anyone, maybe think about your actions next time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but
'Cause-
but think about it this way: he was just trying to cover his butt. If the police got there and it was the same people, then he's caught him. If the police got there and it wasn't the same people, then
He's
you know.
wasted. Then he's wasted the police's time. He's wasted our time. He's scared the living crap out of Chris.
Well, okay, but
He's
what
got
are
the
you, what are you
internet mad
going?
at us.
What are you going to do? It's.
Not call the police
But why wouldn't you? But why wouldn't
because
you?
because you have no evidence whatsoever.
If the only evidence you have, period, is that they look similar to the other people, then if you spot a bunch of people of the more or less the same composition and look as the people that were vandalizing it, you're going to want to cover your butt just in case.
Yeah, but regardless.
Yeah.
Which frankly, in the end of things, it worked out okay because the police didn't care.
Yeah.
The police did not come.
Yeah.
The police, especially because they're based out of Scranton.
Were they?
Isn't that what we
Seriously?
decided?
No, I thought
Or
they were.
no,
they
were
were
based
Altoona
out of.
police,
Yeah, sorry, they were based out of Altoona. Is what we.
which
I knew it
isn't
was
that
a
far
wrong.
away.
Yeah,
They
it
could have
was a
totally gotten to us.
It's not that far away, but what we decided was they are Altoona police. They have enough of a crime-ridden city to deal with. They really don't have time or the resources to be dealing with
A little phone or complaining about a camera.
with kind of an unsubstantiated claim by somebody of minor vandalism that didn't do any damage and may or may not have actually been the people.
Yeah.
Regardless, we went to what are the two tunnels? What were those
the
called?
Galitzin and the other one. But it
Oh, I
was
like
the
the
Galitzin
Galitzin
tunnels,
one.
the ones that we went to.
Yeah, there was a P70 on this, or not a P70,
It was N8 or something.
it's
it was a
a
Some standard
N5C.
conditions of the world.
Yeah,
N5C
the-
portable
N5C.
caboose.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
That was on display. Watched some
the
trains
building
go
across the
by.
way Was the tunnel in? We went up there once and actually stayed there. It was pretty nice.
Very cool.
But they turned it into a house for their son. So it shut down the museum. Shut down the bed and breakfast. But we went the year before it closed. It's actually pretty nice. You had some good views.
Very cool. We actually, the building I think next to that, across the street from the little museum area, is actually the police station. Which again, we were mercilessly haggling Chris about.
Yeah.
See, Chris, you're going in there.
Also, Chris did a photo shoot with Madison and I while we were there, and he
But
had
actually, some really cool photos.
He had me do all sorts of. I haven't seen any of them. He had
Really?
me
I
do
thought he posted some.
some impossible body bending positions, like poses, where it's like, okay, look up at her, and I'm like, my neck doesn't go that way.
And then Madison chased us around for a
Yeah,
while.
Madison chased you around for a while because you made a stupid remark that you wouldn't admit to making, which was
I did.
which was
Okay.
almost
Okay.
which was precisely the same remark that I had made, so it wasn't a problem to begin with.
Yeah,
But-
although you know what, this is where I draw the line. I wasn't the one that made the remark.
Okay.
You guys thought I was the one that made the remark. I simply refused to
Well,
out TJ.
we knew that
TJ
we
was
knew
the
that
one
one of you made the
comment.
remark. It's the not the colloquial. It's like the group you.
Yeah,
We knew that it was, you helped him. You're
you
You're
helped him.
involved.
I did help him because I didn't out him.
yeah. But yeah, so we did that. And that was entertaining. Like,
And then we had possibly the greatest night of the trip.
okay, that's right. So
Is this
Marshmallow.
we had the Dutch 500.
The Dutch 500.
So, preface, and I know because she's never going to watch this. TJ's cousin works at Dutch Wonderland, and Chris, we had a dinner at TJ's grandmother's house, which was an awesome freaking dinner, by the way. And TJ's cousin happened to show up, and immediately Chris had a massive crush on her and kept. Okay,
Because-
so kept.
Okay, in fairness,
Yeah.
she walks in a really low-cut V-neck and shorts that are like, almost
They-
up.
They don't leave anything to the
No,
imagination.
they don't
left,
leave that much.
left
to the
very
imagination,
little to the imagination.
But the point
She's
is, through the entire trip, we were making jokes about Dutch this, Dutch that, because a
Yeah.
Dutch oven is an inappropriate thing. And so we started realizing that just Dutch in front of any word makes it sound inappropriate. For
It makes
example,
it sound sexual.
the Dutch
Dutch
motel,
breakfast.
Dutch breakfast,
Yes.
or Dutch
Dutch
Wonderland,
Motel sounds like a yeah.
and
So TJ's cousin
Okay,
works
I'm
at
gonna
Dutch
need to use
Wonderland. So the joke became Chris wants TJ's cousin to give him a Dutch Wonderland. We have no idea what a Dutch Wonderland is, but that became the joke.
no, but it sounds great. But
It does sound great. It sounds
Uh,
hilarious.
But so
Sounds kinky.
we had the Dutch 500, which
The
was
Dutch 500.
so we're
Mm.
driving up to the EBT,
Whoa.
and then we pass a place that advertises go karts and laser tag, and immediately we're like,
It was-
okay, we're coming by here again.
It was the day previous. It was when we were going south to York.
Was it? I thought it was on the
Yeah.
no. It was definitely
Because
on the way
remember,
up.
it was south of the hotel.
It was definitely on the way up.
Oh wait, no, you're right. Because we went south of the hotel to get north to
Yeah.
go to kind of the hook around. That's right.
Yeah, because after the
So
turnpike.
it was the same
Uh,
way we'd gone to New Freedom.
Yeah, it was similar, yeah. But we passed this place on the way down there, and then on the way back up, we're like, okay, laser tag, go karts, arcade, let's go. And so we all go in there, and we get these passes, which are like, one laser tag game, one go kart ride, $3 in the arcade, and then one either laser tag or go kart ride. And so we immediately go on the go-kart ride, and I don't remember what the hell happened, but there was a lot of... I mean, I remember ending up backwards at one point, and
Yeah,
basically coming in last.
I won the first go kart
Yeah.
race.
Deja vu.
Yeah, no, I deja vu'd way too hard. Actually, I got, pit maneuvered and then hit by two other people.
Wait, did you
Yeah.
get T-boned at all?
Not completely, but I did get messed
Head on?
up.
Did you get head on?
Yeah,
I didn't head on with anyone, thankfully.
Rear end?
Yes, really. They made it
Right,
clear
butt
that
sex.
bumping was not something that they wanted you to do, so I tried to keep it clean, and then I just got spun around.
yeah. Somebody knocked out your rear tire and you were
Mhm.
gone.
Yeah. And then I couldn't turn
But-
around.
Yeah,
The
good
car did not
time.
have a turning radius to turn around, so they had to come out and pick me up and turn me around.
Yeah,
So that's
but
why I was
anyway.
in last, because I waited for a couple minutes for somebody to come over to me. But then,
but anyway,
but yeah,
the bet with this race.
yeah. Was
Wait, before we started the race anyway, we're in line and we're making fun of we're continuing on the Dutch Wonderland thing because it annoys the crap out of Chris and it annoys the crap out of TJ because it's his cousin.
Yep.
And so we're continuing on the Dutch Wonderland thing and I can't remember whose idea it was, but the bet is pitched.
Yep. That if Chris loses, he has to call TJ's cousin and tell her that he finds her attractive. And spoiler alert, Chris never lost. Somehow, A, somehow, B, thankfully, because I did not want to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
I would've just died
He
laughing.
did lose once. It was not to TJ though.
No, yeah, that's true. But between
We
him
ran, I
and
think,
TJ.
4 races in total, and I won
Jeez.
2 of them, and he won the other 2.
Yep. No, Mom. Right now.
Motherland.
No, they lied.
And that actually was my mom. I'm not saying Mom for Russia. But
Mother Russia. Oh, hi, Mom.
yeah.
Meanwhile, Ellis is filming the last round of the Dutch 500, which Chris won.
Hilarious.
This was the 3rd race. Chris won.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Madison is inside in the arcade.
Madison got all of our arcade dollars because we were like, we're gonna play whatever. Also, we did a laser tag game. It was really fun. I'm not gonna.
We did a laser tag game.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
We don't need to get into
Ice cream.
specifics of that. We're already like 10 minutes over time in this section.
Oh yeah.
But either way, she won a bunch of points, and then we were like, okay, we want to buy a couple of Minecraft swords, and
Because they had them in like the
they had
tickets
knockoff
prize
Minecraft
counter.
swords.
Jeez.
Yes.
And so we go, okay, we're gonna put a little bit more money on the card because we're almost there, and then we're going to go and do the giant like fish wheel spin thing, like the
Oh, that
giant
one.
Price is Right wheel, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we roll over, and we all put our hand on it, and we spin this thing, and it goes
We
around
spin the crap out of
around
this thing.
and around.
Did it go flying off like
and
windmill?
it stops on the bonus, on the jackpot, which
On the
was
jackpot.
like,
Jeez.
which was 1,000 tickets, and
No,
like,
it was 100 tickets.
it was 100.
And then we
tickets.
spun it. Yes, because remember, it's 100 tickets, and
Oh,
then
and
you
then you get
spin
the
it
bonus
again.
spin.
Yeah, you get a bonus spin, and if you get the jackpot again, then it's 1,000 tickets. And
Yeah.
we spun it again and got on the jackpot again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so we walked out of there with 3 swords.
And Balthorpe.
We walked out of there with 3 swords, a Balthorpe, a squishy frog, which TJ used to splooge all over Madison and Weibold. And and most of our dignity gone.
That's good.
Did Chris borrow that at all?
No, he wasn't. We'd already left him behind. Speaking of which,
Oh.
we left him behind as well. He left behind his 250th anniversary of anthracite plate, which is now in my back window
Ooh.
because he forgot
Nice.
it. So it's just sitting there, and it's going to stay there.
Along with your Crater Lake sticker, so you're
Along-
getting one of these for every trip.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have Balthorpe too, and I have the sword, which just sits in the car.
Or
And
Balthorpe, for those who are confused, is like one of those little suction cup balls.
Yep.
And we stuck him, leaving the I guess it's an arcade.
Yeah.
Fun center? I don't know. We threw him at the windshield, and he stuck to the inside of the windshield. We decided, okay, we're just going to leave him there.
he
We'll see
stayed
if he
there
stays there.
for a month. He stayed there for a
Yeah.
full month before he fell down.
Wow.
We're like, let's see if he stays overnight. And we come out the next morning, and he's still there. And like El says, he hangs on long after the trip is over.
Yeah. But, so we're... So we did a lot. The drive back home was cool. I'm just going to try and get through this. We stopped in, like, the sketchiest part of Brooklyn I've ever seen.
Why?
Because we wanted food. And
Yeah. Okay.
Just food.
and
Else, just food.
drugs. And then we got back on the road and we used tons of HOV lanes, which were awesome.
For us,
Because we had 4 people in the car. And then we get to
skipped
the...
like all the Long Island
Yeah,
traffic.
we get to the very tip of Long Island, get on a ferry, which we got there half an hour early, got to get an earlier ferry, and Weibold didn't panic.
Yeah, I didn't like have a heart attack on the ferry.
However,
Which is good.
Chris did, because that's when he called us to tell us that he had left the plate in the back of my car. And I said,
Yes.
we're already almost to Connecticut, we're not turning around to give it to you.
Yeah, we're not turning around. We're on
This
the
is mine
boat.
now.
We're like
Mail it to
we were
him.
like roughly an hour from being back in Rhode Island.
Yeah,
Jeez.
out of like a
Which
6 or
actually
7
turned
hour
out-
trip.
Yeah, which actually turned out to be like an hour and 20 minutes out of Rhode Island, but
Close enough.
Wait, I don't remember. Oh. Everything went okay.
still, yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone lived.
yes.
No serious injuries. No one died. We're all
But he
good.
did live.
Yeah, so that was that, and I'm trying to remember. There was one other thing I wanted to highlight.
During the drive, for those of you that were wondering about the thing, I started laughing.
Oh yes,
hysterically
okay,
a minute
yes.
ago.
So TJ
During
and
the
his
drive.
stupid squishy frog that he kept playing with and playing with and playing with. So here's the arrangement of people in the car. I'm in the driver's seat, obviously. Leibold is next to me. We've talked about that because he needed to, wipe off the windshield.
I needed the
and needed the
yeah,
legroom.
and I needed the legroom. It was the only place that I would fit in the car.
Madison's behind him because she doesn't need the legroom, and TJ's behind me. And TJ's playing
Because
with the stupid squishy frog. Squish, 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 squish. And he's just like
It's like
slapping
one of those-
it, and we can hear it.
It's one of those rubber frogs that's
Oh,
full of
so
water in it. You kind of squeeze it, and it has a little bubble that has water in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's fiddling with it, and it's making like these horrible, masturbation noises.
and then we
Yeah,
hear,
exactly.
and then we hear, from TJ.
Yeah, we hear, oh no!
Oh no, he just goes, and I look over, and you're like, because you just got hit on the side of the
And I
face
get
with
sucked
some
with something
liquid.
from the back seat. So we're all facing ahead. We haven't looked back in the longest time. We just hear, oh, and I get splashed, and I'm like, what the hell? And the frog that exploded all over the back.
I was the only one in the car who didn't get hit. Well, you were farthest from it, so you were okay. Apparently, TJ got effing drenched, and Madison got pretty wet as well. And I was like, also she got hit with the fluid from inside the frog.
Yeah.
But I was like, what the hell just happened? And he's like, my frog broke.
This is wonderful that you just hear, and then everybody gets splashed. It's like, oh, I don't want to know what just happened back there.
Oh, you know.
Oh.
TJ's girlfriend has been away for several weeks. You know what just happened.
Mm.
But anyways, that was the Pennsylvania special.
What's the Pennsylvania special?
That's like
And the
fun.
thing that he won't mention is we got pulled over. But anyways, it's
Was it
time
because of the frog?
to move on
Did you
to...
get pulled over
Yes,
because
it
of
was
the
the
frog?
frog. I blame the frog. I actually blame the sun.
I was going to say, blame the sun.
I blame the sun. And it's time for...
Sorry, I was drinking.
God
Stop drinking.
Yeah, stop drinking. Okay, it's like a minute. It's an hour and 17 in. So, on this episode, okay, I need you to find a picture of it, Jake. Or,
Okay, I'm on it.
yeah, Jake. Whatever. Too many Jacobs. What the hell?
Yeah. Come on.
You can't have too many Jacobs. What are you talking
My
about?
NHV class has 3.
How?
It's a class of 30.
Oh no. So
I'm the only one that I know of so far, though, so that's good.
I know of another Ellis, actually, which is strange. It never happens. But on one hand, or in one corner, we have the Pennsylvania Railroad I-1, the decapod, which is too powerful for its own good. Shakes things to bits.
What sucks is this engine, it's hard to even find a picture of. I only have one picture of it, and that's what I bought online. I only have one
You
picture of
bought
it.
a picture of it?
Yeah, I actually bought an ad in a magazine from 1927 when it was built,
Oh.
2 years after, and that's the only picture I've seen of it.
Huh.
So I can't even find a picture of it.
Well,
Yeah, I know. You can't even find it.
Pictures.
I know. I looked it up. I found one earlier.
We'll find it again.
Hold on, I got an idea. Be right back.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to try and find a picture.
Yeah.
So am I.
No.
Yeah, everyone's gonna find this in this picture. And an SS99.
Locomotive. Let's see, RS3, Amtrak. This isn't 99, but it's cool looking. It's a little prairie tank engine. Okay.
Oh, I see that.
Marker light, Heisler, F40,
that we had on
40
Oregon
somewhere.
numbers, but
coal car.
Okay, so I got the solution.
Okay, well then do it.
I literally just took a picture of it from that, so I'm now plugging in the camera.
Alright.
Okay.
That works. Yeah, because there's no pictures of this thing. What's
I
this?
know. So I got the camera hooked up now. There it goes.
TBA says FML. I want to know what happened.
So I'm sending it over the Skype.
Oh yeah, Skype Mobile. That's always fun.
Come on, load.
Friggin' somehow, by some sort of magic, TBA almost had a head on. But by some sort of magic, Xbox Skype works now.
Wow.
Not the best phone in the world, but I
Xbox
literally
turn
just
off.
sent it.
Alright,
So you should have it here in a
let's
minute.
see.
It
We
just
just
sent.
need like something. We need something to go off.
I know. I got it. I sent it. Send. Work. I know. It'll take a second. My computer's slow. Go. Gosh darn it. I hate when it freezes on me.
Good old
This is
Skype.
filler.
I know.
Filling up the time.
An hour and a half is just too long for uncreative minds.
Yep. Okay, now it's halfway through sending. There it goes. Okay. Should have it in a second. I just got
We're
it.
waiting for it.
Second.
I know.
We're waiting.
It's halfway
Hell.
done.
It'll be
We're waiting.
right there. It's
Well.
coming. It's coming. I'm almost there. I swear.
Well.
Finding a lot.
Also
of
on the
marker
trip,
lamps.
you guys. What?
A lot of marker lamps in
Okay.
this Google search. What were you saying?
Here it goes.
Also
Okay,
on the
it
trip, you
just
guys
turned.
all learned the meaning of mwell.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't
Wow.
exactly
There you go,
hard to
it's in.
figure out.
Ellis is
Yeah,
in.
but still.
There you go.
Okay, that's a
Oh,
happy
hey, we have
picture.
we have
That's
a
the picture I have of it.
Yay!
That's the best I could get.
Hey.
That works.
Yeah,
Well,
it
we
would.
all-
Off the that's off the newspaper thing I have.
Let me deliver my picture. It's also not a great
I
picture.
literally
and there
just
are
took the
better
picture of it. That was the best idea I had.
ones. So there
It
you go.
works.
Okay, I got it now.
All right, now I'm gonna look at your picture.
Go ahead.
A little bit
It's
wonky.
blurry,
Okay.
but it works.
And so these are our two contenders. The PRR I-1, one of the most numerous decapods in... Actually, it might be the most numerous. Actually, the Brits might have us beat.
Yep.
But
Yeah, the 9F's
Yeah, like-
probably heavy beat.
Like 200
And
something.
some sort of oddball that we can't find a single picture of on the internet.
Because it was
Because it's not porn.
only one of his class for this railroad.
Yeah. What is oh,
The only one of us
I know what
found.
I'm doing.
How many I1s were there?
Depends on the specific subclass, but
Just
God
I1.
damn
in
it.
total,
And-
there were... Oh god, there were like 600 and something. Or no, there are what, 599?
Well, the standards beat
The
me.
Something-
I know
the most
standards-
numerous decapods. Then the 9Fs had 251 produced.
Oh yeah, no, it's... Nope.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
they had a lot. They had a stupid
That
amount.
is a lot.
So anyways, who do you guys think should go first?
Standards.
Standard.
You don't get
Other thing.
the not standards?
It just
Well,
says
we have
something.
one,
Yeah,
vote for,
okay.
one vote for standards, one vote for other thing.
Let's have standards go
Alright,
first.
standards going first. So, I've got to pick which one of these classes I want to do. I'll do the early one because it's a decapod versus an O10O. So,
That works.
I1S Type A. Number in class. Well,
Go ahead.
no, you say it first. I was the one who asked.
Oh, 1.
123. What's next? Number built.
1.
123. I don't know why I'm doing this. I should just get into the meat of it because I don't think I'm gonna.
Yeah.
wait, wait, wait,
You beat me on that part.
Alright, alright. What?
Oh god,
What?
oh god.
What do you
What's your
want?
guys' local base ID?
60. Oh no, sorry. 51, 53.
Look a base ID?
It's the top
Yeah.
one.
God,
I know.
damn it.
I just lost it. 14,382.
Jesus Christ!
My construction number though is huge. It's
That doesn't-
58,488.
That's
That
not.
doesn't really
It's not helpful.
anything, but okay.
I know.
Huge.
All right. So, what is Type A? What else? What else have we got? Let's see. Not gonna do that for sure. Boiler pressure.
200 PSI.
250. Who set up
Oof.
this one?
Okay.
Who set up
That's a bit closer. My fault.
Tractive effort.
68,850
Oh,
pounds.
this is not going to go well for you. 102,027 pounds.
Yeah, who the hell set up this pair?
It was
I
just
thought
sitting in there.
they
I don't
would be
remember how.
good.
I don't know how
I
long it's
kind of
been there.
wanted it.
Okay, I swear. Every time I choose hinges for locomotive versus, it's something good versus garbage.
The only reason why I like it is because my grandpa's dad actually worked on it.
Flaming.
And it's kind of
Oh,
part of me.
I mean, we
Nice.
did have that one time where the flaming garbage came back.
Yeah, be quiet. Be quiet.
Flaming garbage.
Friggin' BT&I
This is
things.
cancer.
Firebox area.
Oh, I just lost it.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. I got it. 263 square feet.
272 square feet. I'm
Oh,
trying to pick ones that like I feel like you have a shot in, but I haven't found one yet. Let's see. Evaporative heating surface.
5,084 square feet.
Okay, wow. 4,315 square feet.
You almost didn't lose.
There, you got one. There, here you go.
Yeah.
You did have a point. Not a
One.
shutout.
now you
Now
ask
you
the
ask the
question.
question.
Okay. Combined heating surface.
Combined heating surface is 5,675 square feet.
6,077.
You can't tell, but I'm nodding at you.
What?
You can't tell, but I'm nodding at you. Like, good job.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay, so driver diameter
Driver diameter is 62 inches.
54.
Ha 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 ha.
Small wheels.
Small.
Small, teeny weeny weeny.
SMOL.
I know
That's
that.
very tactical. Depending on how you use it.
Cylinders.
The cylinder heating.
No,
Or is
just
that
just high pressure
volume?
cylinders or whatever it's called.
Oh, high pressure cylinders. 27 by 30.
30.5 by 32.
Close.
Jader, you need to stop making these.
Huh.
Or at least do some research first.
Hey, I at least got
Okay.
2 points.
You got 2 points. I'm proud of you.
And then style points. Oh,
Factor
wait.
of adhesion.
evaporation.
No, factor of adhesion.
Factor of adhesion.
Oh, factor of adhesion. 4.0.
Adhesion.
4.0?
Ooh.
No, 4.10.
Okay.
That's still,
Still
good.
better than me. 3.28.
Ooh.
Yeah, you want to be as close to 4 as you
Yeah,
can.
there's a problem with these. If I may, you know what? I'm not going to talk about it right now, actually, because I don't want to cost myself a style point.
Oof.
Okay, minimum weight of rail.
Hey, you don't get that. Oh wait, you won.
Yeah, I won that one.
Oh no. 112 pounds.
What is it?
112 pounds.
94 pounds.
No. Standard.
Who won that one?
Standards. You did.
You did.
By a
It's
lot.
lighter.
Okay, overall wheelbase.
Overall wheelbase. 37.04 feet. Or 73, sorry. 73.04 feet.
65.71 feet.
Short.
Small.
Shorty bus.
Is it me again
Yeah,
then?
carry on. You win.
Okay, I'm trying to find another one. Total engine and tender weight.
Total engine and tender weight. Where is that?
It's right under
Okay.
the tender loaded.
548,500 pounds.
460,000.
Yep, now you've got it. Now you've got the things.
Hey, I came up though.
Okay,
Your turn.
Continue. No, it's not. You won.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Lighter is
Oh,
better.
tender water
You don't-
capacity.
It's
Oh, tender water capacity.
9,000!
Same. I'm 9,000.
Sweet, my ball.
Huh.
Okay. Great area.
70.20.
You son of a gun!
What's
Yeah.
yours?
70.
By 0.20, I won.
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually going to
engine
come back.
Way to be those
Engine
guys.
weight. Engine weight.
Engine weight.
Holy shit.
366,500 pounds.
282,000 pounds.
I one is thick.
Okay.
There's a
Tender
comeback
fuel
going on
capacity.
here. Oh, boy.
Tender fuel capacity.
17.5 tons.
16 tons.
My.
Oh,
What do you get?
16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt.
So
Marvel
lighter
Legacy
wind-
is power commutation.
Wait.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Okay, I now see that. 14,040.
17,500.
oh, okay. Live roll.
Same as above plus superheater percentage.
16,286.
21,700.
Oof.
21.
Yeah.
Same as above, but substitute firebox area for great area.
61,016.
84,320. Oh no, I absolutely haven't been sitting on these the whole time. Power L1.
13,885.
17,103.
Wow.
And then power MT.
542.75.
Close, but 563.61.
Wow, that was close.
Yeah. There's sometimes an upset with power MT, with the smaller
Yeah.
engines versus the larger
Yeah.
ones. It's weird. I don't know why, but then again, we don't really understand this. So,
Yeah.
let's not do any of those.
Okay.
And
I wonder what those are.
Let me look at this. No, you seem fine. I think I'm still really bad at telling valve gears apart. Or telling which one is which. But I'll just.
Oh, are we on the valve gears now?
Shush, shush. Don't say anything. I'll just leave it
No,
be and
no,
won't
no,
ask that question. So, style points or any other questions that you guys want to see?
I want to see valve gear.
Yeah, what's your
Okay.
valve gear?
I'm Walchester. I can't pronounce that.
Wall shirt.
shirt.
Wall shard.
Okay, wall sharts. Yes, I'm that.
All right. Okay, glad I got that over with.
What are you?
I'm also wall shirts.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Thankfully, you guys asked that question and not me.
Okay.
Whew, dodged a bullet.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Wait, no, we already did number
We
build.
already did number built. my first 2
who built
points.
you?
Well, several, but Baldwin and Juniata.
Baldwin.
Okay.
Yep.
So the
No
push.
dice. Yeah.
All right.
No dice.
Uh,
Wait, really? Who built something for the Penzi? Gee, I wonder.
oh,
Well, there was that one time we
Alco,
bought a thing
obviously.
from Lima so that we could reverse engineer it.
That's true.
And then we got the K4 out of that.
Yeah.
The standard passenger
Yes.
locomotive of the world.
Exactly.
nah.
I'm bummed.
Did
I
you
needed to
have
bring that
something else?
poster up here.
Durban, did you have something else? Because before
Anybody
we all
have something
started
else?
saying
Because
something.
it's currently
no, time for
currently
style points.
14 to 8, and I'm not budging.
I don't have any questions.
Can
No.
I have a style point for boobs?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Good.
Wait, I don't know.
There's
It's
a
like-
ladder on the side of the O10O that goes up to the roof.
That's true. You have a
That's
ladder.
true. I haven't seen that anywhere else, actually. What the
I mean, a few.
I'll give it a point,
Wait a
but
minute.
what the hell?
You got fancy painted drive wheels. The spokes are painted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it. We sometimes
it
did
have-
that, but I don't think we did it on
Does it have
Islands.
doors
What?
on
Doors?
the front of the? Does it have doors on the front of the cab?
I can't
I
tell.
don't think we
No.
can tell, but
I don't
the
think it
I1
does.
Those don't look
I
like
think it
doors.
might.
Yeah, in the picture I have, you don't. It doesn't look like you have doors on yours in the
I
picture.
don't. I was gonna say I don't think the I1 does.
It's not a door. That's a window.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a door.
Yeah, I know, but I can.
Well,
It's not
hang
a
on.
door.
Let me actually look at the picture of the other thing. I didn't want to download it, but here we go.
Not that bad.
Yeah, but I'm weary of putting crap on my computer.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
No, you're right. I don't have doors.
I think it does have a door on the front of it. Because the running board does duck down if
Yeah.
it didn't have a door.
Oh, that's
It,
with
it
the
does that
ladder?
on the I1
Awesome.
too, though.
Yeah, it
also
does.
ducks down.
But on your side,
Yeah,
you don't
there
have.
is also a ladder.
It'd be more practical if there was a door there for the
Well,
ladder.
For everyone,
Of
You
though.
course.
think I have one?
Yeah, of course it'd be more practical. That doesn't prove that it has a door, though.
Well, what else are you gonna do? Make the engineer or repairman go all the way back?
I mean,
to out of
that's
the
what's done
sled?
Yes.
with a lot
Go
of
to the
engines.
done
tender,
with a lot of
go down,
engines.
go to the front and climb up.
Yeah, that's why there's a ladder up front. I don't know. Let's say indefinite. We can't determine for sure.
Oh,
Excuse me.
oof.
Style point for the I-1 for having air compressors that don't suck.
Wait, oh, yeah, you have 2 single stages.
Yeah.
Two single stage air compressors, whereas you have either 1 or 2 cross compounds.
I think two.
Yeah, it might be 2. I think there might be one on the other side.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I think you
no
have
problem.
2.
I think there is
Typically,
one
if
on
there's
the
one on the
outside, yeah.
engineers, there's always one on the firemen's. Also, you've got power reverse.
Oh yeah, we
That-
do.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll take it. I'll take.
I was gonna say, I don't think that thing has power reverse. It doesn't look like it.
It was, well,
No,
I'm not sure
you can see on the other side where the reach rod is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I won't give it because we don't know if he has A, and B.
Yeah, it's kind of blurry, I know.
B, we don't. Well, no, it's just the wrong side. B.
Yeah, I'd have
So it's
firemen.
in
The
concrete.
picture that I have is not necessarily representative of all I1s, or necessarily this particular class of I1s, although they were pretty much identical. But the PRR really didn't like putting power reverse on things, or augers. So, they kind of had to get forced to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well. What else? I don't know what else.
I don't know.
Other
I
models
wanna
of either
find
of
out
these.
the
I mean,
Oh,
I
wait.
know there's a
That's-
model.
Yeah, there's.
There is not a model of the.
Ooh, and we're getting a K&L model too. Yay! But
Yeah.
I get
Yay.
the point for being
It's
a
another point for the I-10 or the I-1.
for being a model. Yeah, I know. I keep wanting to call it the I-10 as well. It's like, no, that's Chris before he grew up. All right. Well, I guess that's that. We tore through that.
Oh,
I was fast.
Back to Amtrak. Yeah, that was a pretty swift one, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I came back. I had
I
a
need
little
to
bit of a comeback.
Yeah.
I had a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, I need to actually do research when I put locomotive versus ideas on there.
yes.
Yes.
You do.
Hey, but I did have a little bit of a comeback. I didn't. It wasn't a complete
did.
shutout.
And you probably could have gotten farther if you went through like all the other weight stats.
Yeah.
Which is why I was concerned. I was like, I need to not let this happen. And then
The
you guys
weight.
didn't-
Oh yeah.
you guys
the-
didn't
I have
mention
like
any, and I was
everything.
like, oh thank God.
Yeah.
Because I've
10 to 17. Okay.
So many-
Weight
so
stats,
many
votes.
underloaded weight.
so many
Yeah, I see a
locomotive
couple weight.
verses have been made or broken by the little engine having a bunch of weight stats.
Yeah.
Well, I get one
Uh,
final question. If I can just
votes?
ask it really quick.
Yeah.
I'll
Votes.
ask one final
Yeah.
question. Thing.
What's your final question?
I was just wondering, what was your tender loaded weight,
Heavy.
just for fun?
Heavy.
Yeah. Tender loaded weight. 182,000 pounds.
I have 178,000.
See, I don't think this. That's definitely not with the coast to coast tender. Like, it definitely
No.
not.
No. That's what the as-built tender
That's what
probably.
the tiny one. Gus one would just beat.
Alright.
Small, teeny, weeny, weeny.
And an SS 99.
Into the motherland, the German armies marched.
Oh, you know what? I need to redo the links for these because I need to re-put them in. So, all right, it's time for the news. Go get news,
Oh wait,
guys.
wait,
we didn't vote.
I'm sorry.
We didn't
sorry,
vote.
we didn't
vote.
vote.
Yeah, we didn't get votes.
Democracyisms.
Twitter, PRI won by points. 17 to 10. So votes.
Another thing.
Thing.
Another thing, because screw the.
Noki's anti-standards.
I don't know.
Rebel.
Yeah, I don't know. I like both of these.
So is that an undecided then?
But Jader, thick and boobs.
No,
Come on,
Jader.
JD, think about it.
But
You know
small
the person who
and
actually
teeny.
drove this.
And they won't
Standards.
cross the track.
Oh,
Standards.
Derbs. You can learn so much about this engine, though. I have.
And I'll vote standards.
Yay!
So it's 2-1.
All right. Well,
I got one vote though.
the ending that no one could have expected for sure. All right, this is going to be broken, probably. Yep, that's broken. So I need to go find the page for this.
Which one? For which one?
For you.
Oh, I have the page for. I have the information page.
I already got it. All right,
Okay.
so
Just want to
on
make sure.
to
Is that
the
the whole-
news.
Yay, news.
Send news.
And why? Back to the news.
Okay, and we're probably not going to get to cover. Well, we're going to
Everything.
get to cover even less than usual because the Pennsylvania special talk pushed everything.
That took a while.
Yeah.
Well, we had to get out of the way.
That was fun,
it's
though.
Unfortunate. Whoa, that's a poll. It's unfortunate that TJ couldn't make it, but oh well.
Yeah.
First things first. I keep talking about blaming the sun. This is why. A CSX employee was hit by a train in Nashville. I believe he lost his arm. The first article here is relatively short. Just CSX employee was hit by a train in Nashville, and then it states it was unclear if the incident was eclipse related. Fast forward a little bit. People are pretty sure that it was eclipse related. Dude was staring at the sun and lost his arm.
Details are emerging about
Just
a
shut up,
gruesome.
Stupid autoplay videos. So, a memo obtained by News Channel 5 investigates blames CSX for failing to take safety precautions during the darkest minutes of the eclipse. Okay. I don't feel like this is CSX as a whole's fault. Trust me, a lot of things are their fault. But I don't think this is it. It also claims the emergency response was delayed because supervisors were too busy staring into the sun.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow.
So,
Oh yeah, we'll get to it later. We're just gonna look at the sun for a little
well,
bit.
it's funny because the article says that it's blaming a new culture inside CSX that it describes as rush, rush, rush. It doesn't sound like rush, rush, rush if the supervisors are staring at the sun.
Rush, rush, look at the sky.
Yeah.
And lose your arm limb. And lose your
Yeah.
limb.
Well,
Great
Nice
combo.
job. The dispatcher
combo.
heard the road crews calling for help over the radios and tried calling the tower at Radnor with no response. Why? Because the entire group of managers and yardmasters were outside watching the eclipse.
God damn.
Guys!
Well, you gotta
have
Are you
remember.
streets to
serious?
move, money to make.
God.
Have like your kids take pictures of it or
Yeah.
something.
Son, can you go do this? No.
Jesus
Is immediately
Christ.
shot down.
So,
Yeah.
that's what's going on in CSX lately. There's plenty of other things going on in CSX, including they are losing shippers by the dozen. And quite rapidly as well.
Yep.
And NS is doing significantly better than them, of course. And
Yep.
even the feds are upset with CSX. Why?
Yeah.
Because Amtrak.
Because they're CSX.
Yes. So between the 21,000 miles of track that CSX owns, Amtrak runs over quite a good chunk of that. And for example, ever since Hunter Harrison came into power, things for Amtrak have gotten worse and worse and worse. For example, the Hoosier State fell from 61.8% on time, which isn't great, to 54.3%, and another train, the Cardinal, is only on time 23% of the time.
Oh my
So-
god.
That's really bad. And
Yep.
That's bad.
the board
Going
blasted
downhill.
the, quote, widespread degradation of rail service across CSX's network, telling Harrison, it is not apparent to the board or interested stakeholders that service is improving. And they said, you have until Thursday to tell us how you're going to fix all these problems. So, this was, I believe, last week this article was posted, so they should have the answers by now already. But I don't freaking know if their answers are real, no matter what they have. But their
Yeah.
time is running out. And Hunter Harrison is not quite the favored individual that he might once have been. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to find the others.
Well, that's when you get one of your division managers to start a railroad.
Mm.
That's what the Oregon division manager and SP did.
Oh yes, is this your interview or whatever?
Yep.
Okay, so go on.
He pretty much got offered by Janice and Wyoming when they were a much smaller company than they are now to start a railroad on former SP trackers, and he did that.
Okay.
And there's a really drawn out interview that's about 24 pages
Wow.
with the
That's a lot.
founder of the Portland and Western Railroad.
Oh well, there you go. Cool interviews.
SP might come alive again, hopefully. Some
Yeah.
of their tracks.
SP. So.
Yeah, he did a really good job of getting on the shippers back after SP upper management drove them away.
Well, that
Yeah.
sounds awfully familiar.
Yeah.
That sounds awfully familiar. When fires
Breaking news:
back.
Breaking news: CSX is SP in the 90s.
Yeah.
Run,
The Rio
friggin-
Grande Man.
yeah, they're about to merge
90s.
with UP.
No, SP management.
What?
Rio Grande Industries.
Fight!
Yeah,
Fight!
SP management.
Fight. We want to see it.
Running in the
But
90s.
so CSX has upset everyone, and Hunter Harrison, who is at the head of this upsetting, is basically saying, "Get over it," to his shippers. Harrison said,
Get over it,
the
D.
coalition's letter contained many unfounded and grossly exaggerated statements relating to the service experienced by some customers as we implement precision scheduled railroading, which is a proven history and a long track record of delivering superior transportation services for customers. So it's basically, shut up, take your lumps, it's not that bad, we're working to make it amazing.
Yeah.
Mm.
To make it great again.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we might see
Make
we're gonna
Make
make-
CSX
CSX
great
great,
again.
We're
period.
gonna make CP pay for it.
Make CSX. Just that's enough.
How about don't?
You can make a railroad out of it. No, don't.
Yeah.
No,
You can
don't.
make a railroad. No, just get
Please
shot down.
don't.
No.
The widespread degradation of rail service that Harrison is up against, or rather, that he is causing.
Yeah. Well, speak of railroads in trouble.
Dun.
If the thing will load, and it's a Trains magazine article, so I can't read all of it. But
1309.
currently, the Western Maryland is having some second guesses and some issues.
Oof.
The headline to this article, or the leading sentence to this article is: the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad may gain a locomotive but lose the railroad itself if costs of restoration outstrip the funds to pay for them.
Oof.
Whoa.
Hmm.
Dun.
Dun.
The manager, John Gardner, said, "I am a realist. At some point in time, we're going to run out of money. We're looking to be able to finish the locomotive, but there's that chance that we're going to be hung up on something else." Yeah. Currently, the restoration of 1309 is approaching $1.8 million.
Yep.
Christ.
And
In its total,
they keep
in its total
finding
restoration.
they keep finding new problems too.
They keep finding new and more expensive problems, and additionally, from the projected costs that they had initially, the engine would have been up and making money by now.
Well, yeah, but whatever.
You know, that's right. That's not a thing of, oh, they didn't get it done in time. But from a financial standpoint, it would have made back a significant amount of money by this point. And not only has it not done that, it has been very, 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 very expensive, and it is no closer
I
to
make
being.
1361.
They're big. 1361 is a different problem entirely. They're not going to sink the
Yeah.
ship by pouring money into 1361. It's just the problem of actually getting the money to the 1361.
Yep. The next grants that they would be able to get would be starting the 1st of July, 2018.
Oh my goodness.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Wow.
they've started online fundraising, but as his final quote, this is a restoration process that has taken a lot of patience and a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of dedication from the people who are working on it.
TV
We're
is
very
one of
thankful
my
for your
classes.
understanding. Oh no.
See, there are 5 cars rolling down Tehachapi Loop on their own.
Oh.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
They're random freight cars.
They
They've
just
also
showed up out of
named it.
nowhere.
They've also named it.
Yep, they named it Maryland Thunder. So,
Jeez.
also the WSMR Foundation has been dormant for 2 years, and now they are accepting donations again.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, only bad things happen when you name an engine before it's fully restored and then you try to run it and you're not prepared. Oh, wait. So, Klondike Katy
Uh-oh.
is a locomotive that was built from a mining company up in the Klondike around
Oh,
the turn
no.
of the century. It was recently restored at Wasatch Railroad Contractors and sent to its new home in Como, Colorado.
Bible, can I have that link, please? You deleted it. I need it back.
Oh, sorry.
Fail.
Thank you.
I've been watching them in their process of how they're...
Notice how he
Working
says
out.
process and not progress.
Okay,
Yeah.
progress. Okay,
So continue
progress.
with
I've
your...
been watching them... I've been watching them from practically the beginning of their endeavors.
Uh-huh.
Because they remind me of another railroad group that did the same thing. Sumter Valley.
Unfortunately, they're not the Sumter Valley. And, yeah, bad things. So, Como, Colorado, for those of you who don't know, is home to the last standing, some of the last standing infrastructure of the Denver South Park and Pacific, one of the oldest railroads in the state of Colorado. It was a subsidiary of the Central Pacific because the Central Pacific decided, you know what, we conquered the Sierra Nevada, we'll conquer the Rocky Mountains. And they tried to conquer the Rocky Mountains, and it drove them bankrupt 3 times.
Fail number 1. Fail number 2. Fail number
Yeah.
3. We're out.
Fail number 1, Denver South Park and Pacific. Fail number 2, Denver, Leadville, and Gunnison. Fail number 3, Union Pacific, Denver, and Gulf.
Strike 3.
But-
We're out.
Anyway, Como currently has an original depot, the original roundhouse, and track connecting them. It's about 150 feet worth of track from what I've heard. I've not been up there to see it. And a turntable that they just recently redid. And now they have an operating steam engine to play with up there. Now,
Hey guys, 115. Move
I'm
it
not,
back.
I'm not going to disclose any names here because there are a lot of people that, you know, have a lot of politics tied up in this, especially because it's a fairly recent thing that has not been talked about in this light very much. It's been greeted with a lot of fanfare and a lot of excitement from the community of, you know, yay, there's a steam engine in Como again, this is really cool, you know, what a great thing. And unfortunately, that's only half of the story.
Oh.
The first day of operation saw a number of, not necessarily teething troubles with the operation, but as a quote from somebody that attended the event as a third party, I'm not going to say any names.
Your botanist
Not
friend,
involved.
right?
Mr.
I said
or
your
whatever
botanist
X.
friend.
They're person X.
No,
Call him person
yeah,
X.
my
Person
other
B.
botanist
Different.
friend.
Person X is a different guy.
Yeah,
Oh.
actually, yeah, my other botanist friend. That's more fitting than you know. Was up there on the first day of operation, their big grand premiere, and had some thoughts, and eventually wound up leaving early because he was waiting for somebody to get killed and didn't want to be present when it happened.
Ooh.
The group has been quoted on numerous occasions with blowing the whistle indiscriminately. At one point, they derailed the pilot truck of the locomotive, and, you know, 3 or 4 guys immediately jump down there and are trying to, you know, leave the thing up and back on the track, while there are still guys in the cab, hands on the throttle, blowing the whistle, doing whatever the heck, waving, having just a gay old time.
And they don't realize it's
no.
derailed.
No, they realize it's derailed, but the proper procedure for there is if the thing
Get
goes
out.
on the ground, you immediately remove people from, you know,
The
you
cab.
can have the firemen up there to keep the engine in check. You don't have anybody sitting in the engineer's seat, though. You blue lock the throttle, you blue flag the engine, and get everybody in the public away from it. Nope. They're just in there. They're kind of doing whatever. They're blowing the whistle randomly. There's actually video of them on a couple occasions, running away from the depot. Not running away like out of control, but
Sure.
they're steaming away from the depot. And there's people just like standing on the track, taking pictures as the engine's coming at them.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe 30 feet, a car length in front of the engine, and they'll step out of the way, kind of when they feel like it. The turntable does not have any locks or any way to keep it aligned with the track, so they just kind of hope that when the engine's going on and off the turntable, it doesn't shift at all, which is how they
Jeez.
the truck in the first place.
That is not how physics works.
No, it's
Actually, make a locking system. Come on.
yeah.
Not that
As much
hard.
as everybody is very excited and very and the other one is people pushing the turntable. People were like down
Really?
in the turntable pit, pulling the turntable towards them.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah, like.
Oh,
A lot of people are very excited about the Como thing, and I don't blame them. They've accomplished a decent amount, and they've done some really cool work, specifically with the restoration of the station up there and the work that they're planning to do on the roundhouse and that they've done with the turntable. I cannot emphasize enough to anybody who's involved with that group, if they should ever hear this or hear it from anybody else at the museum or in the industry, safety is paramount. And safety is not something that is present in the minds of a lot of people up at Como.
No safety, you get shut down.
Well, that's the issue. You can't really shut them down because they're not FRA.
Yep.
Well, they can suspend them or something.
No, they can't. They're not
They
FRA.
can't.
Oh.
There's nothing you can
Isn't
do
there
about
like
them
a
yet.
state?
Really?
In the eyes of,
State thing
in
they
the
go
eyes of
through?
legality, the Como guys are essentially the same thing as like an amusement park railroad, but even less than that because they're not carrying the general public.
Oh.
They're basic. They're
So it's essentially
basically
just like a live steam
There's
guy.
somebody's
it's
a live steam
backyard
thing
around
in
the
a
guy
guy's
with the
backyard.
live steam engine in his backyard.
Oh,
Is
okay.
essentially
Okay.
what the effort does. These things, however, are heavy, and I say this all the time. These machines have 30,000 different ways to kill you, and if you give them that chance, the moment you give them that chance, they will take those.
You're gone.
You're dead. I really, really, really hope sincerely that nobody is hurt doing what they do at Como. I think after a while the excitement will die down. They won't run stuff near as
And they'll
much.
get serious.
This was their first weekend, so everybody's really excited and gung ho, and they want to prove themselves and they want to run the engine, and I don't blame them for that.
But you
But-
gotta do safe.
Safety is a big discrepancy up there currently, and it's one that a lot of people have. Some people have overlooked in the excitement, and a lot of people in the industry are looking at it like, you guys are either going to break the locomotive for a number of reasons, like never opening the cylinder cocks after steaming up the engine, which you'll blow the cylinder head off.
Yeah.
Oops.
Heck, Knott's Berry Farm did it not long ago. Or you'll kill somebody. You'll either kill somebody, or more likely you'll brutally
them.
mutilate somebody. You'll cut somebody's hand off, or you'll run somebody's arm over.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for that kind of stuff.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. No, you were just
Sorry, I was busy
not
staring
doing
at
it
the sun.
safely.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I was busy staring at the sun. Exactly.
Sorry, I was too busy playing with my squishy frog.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
Oh,
that said, if you're heading up to Como, give them their best. They've done some great work up there. They've got a really cool cause. A lot of what they're doing is misfounded, but that's how people find their way, and hopefully they can just do it in a safe and efficient manner.
yeah, go
Yeah,
up there
we-
and give them your best, but watch your back.
Yeah, but watch your ass.
Anyways,
For one second, you
then
don't know if it could
I
be
have
there.
one more thing to peg off of that, and then I'll let somebody else go for a little bit. A lot of people are going to be going up there because this weekend in Golden, Colorado, is the National Narrow Gauge Convention.
that's a thing.
It is a thing, and the logo for it this year is actually Locomotive 491.
Yay!
Baby.
People will be out at the museum tomorrow, actually, from when we're filming this. It'll probably be the day that this is aired. Wednesday the 30th.
Yep.
We'll be running Goose number 7. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we'll be running 491.
Okay.
So, anybody, there's guests coming from all corners of the globe, Australia, England.
Wow.
Like, this is a fairly big deal, and a lot of guys are going to the DNS, to the Cats, to Como, etc. So, enjoy that. You win a 50, just got painted at the museum. It's in the process of being painted right now, anyway, more
Yay.
accurately. So, see that. Lots of cool stuff. But anyway, somebody else. I'm already
All
hearing
right.
my voice.
What else is going on?
Well, speaking
Uh,
of things getting like like rebuilt and everything. The Have Engine Will Travel guys are
Have engine will travel reads the card of a man.
yeah, they did something great just in the last couple of days.
Go.
Mac has left the shop.
Come alive, yay, Mac.
Yeah, the link I have for it is their Facebook page, and they have pictures of Mac sitting there. They're putting the saddle tanks on, and then a picture of it with the saddle tanks on, and looks really good next to Hank.
Hank.
Apparently they were missing having something in that space, so they got something new.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they did
Yep.
get something new. They got a
Yeah,
little,
new one.
what is it, a mogul? Yeah,
No,
a
it's
little
a,
mogul.
yeah,
They got
It's
the
a
biggest
prairie.
thing they've ever owned.
Yep,
a mogul.
they got a
It's not
tiny
saying
little
much.
mogul.
I thought it was a
Except the
prairie.
pilot truck, though, was caught by scrappers.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
a
they can get
tiny
newer.
little mogul named Cletus.
Cletus. What a
The
name.
most original name.
Cletus.
It already has a name.
Ah,
Oh.
Oh no,
Clayton.
there's a picture of
Oh
it.
no.
I can't find it on here, but
Oh,
there's
with
a
the
picture of
smile.
it. Yeah,
It came from IRM, so
yeah, there's a picture of it here with a tiny little smile on it. It's like, I'm okay.
I live.
I'm alright. I'm not dead.
Somehow I'm
We're
alive.
okay.
We're all alright.
We're
They
all
should have just put the
right.
surprise face on it. They could have put the surprise
Hello,
face on it.
Wisconsin.
Thank you.
God, there is not much left of that engine.
No, there isn't.
This is the first time I've looked at that. That engine is not in good shape.
No.
Great. Well, I have some good CSX news. Some good CSX news, unless you're Milky, I guess. So, CSX in a manic fit of heritage decides to repaint a profit car. A profit car? A passenger car
A profit
To-
car, yes.
to Brunswick, no, not Brunswick Green, to Tuscan Red. Sorry, my words aren't working right.
I'll
And
do
apparently
one.
you're
So-
colorblind.
It was, yes, I'm colorblind as well. But they recently finished painting a car called the Braddock Inn, former Pennsylvania Railroad car, and it is shiny and nice and has a keystone on it, and is pinstriped,
And beautiful.
and it will be
Well,
debuted on the new River Train.
Ooh.
One of two Amtrak certified cars in operation by the nonprofit group. Blah blah blah. And it'll be used in charter service in Washington, New York, and the Midwest, beginning with trips later this year. So awesome! It's out there. You can hang out on it, I guess, if you pay the right price.
Yeah.
And
Ellis, don't you also have something else PRR related?
looks freaking sweet. Well, I have the biggest tender decking news ever created. Yes, not eh.
Yay!
Eh.
Yay!
No eh.
Just,
Tender
Yay.
decking. Tender decking. The Pennsylvania Railroad T1 Trust has purchased the last 16-wheel long-haul tender, otherwise known as a coast-to-coast. The last one in existence, and they're going to transform it to being the tender for $55.50. That saves them a
Yay.
lot of money.
Well, is
Yes.
it like $3 million?
Yeah, something on the order of $3 million.
Yep.
It was.
Well, they can put that towards the engine now.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, they don't have it yet, but yeah,
Well, still, they can put the money towards the engine.
when the time comes.
Regardless, it is a massive, 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 massive step
Step
forward.
forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know,
And
they should fix up the tender and take the tender around and store all the other pieces in it to show off.
yes, they should.
Store it in the doghouse.
The one
You're
It's
not
not
going
gonna
to
have a
store
doghouse,
wheels
is
in
it?
doghouse. It should have a dog. Oh no, it
I think
won't. No, it won't. It
No, it
doesn't, and it
won't.
Give
won't.
it a doghouse anyway.
Uh,
It needs
Alright.
doghouse.
you could tarp over the coal bunker.
yeah,
and,
exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
lean the wheel up against a slope sheet or something. But anyway, this is an absolutely massive step.
Yes.
And I think I've always been the pessimist among the Terminus. I don't think they're going to do it. They need to make some serious progress. This counts as serious progress. That's a big step.
That's
They
a
have
big
something with
tender.
wheels.
They have something called fuel.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they're not diddling around with streamlining
No,
and,
they're actually finding-
cabs and, oh, yeah, we got a number plate, we got a headlight. A tender kind of speaks for itself.
It's big.
Well, now they have like the lifeline of the engine.
Yeah.
They have its food source.
Well, they have the most important part, actually, as we've seen previously. Once the tender decking
Oh.
is there, it's like done.
Yeah, once tender decking is on, then the engine runs.
So it should be done this
Yeah.
year.
Yep.
Woohoo.
Yep.
Just
Okay,
like
maybe
Yeah,
not.
except for the
But-
big water, the big steam.
Yeah, except for the other part.
You know.
Yeah.
And
That's not
wheels.
important.
It's not
It's not
the
important.
it's not the only thing being restored, because very briefly I can talk about something at the other end of the spectrum. Railroad preservationists have gone after an S100 to restore, to be, I guess, a partner of Rosie,
Aw.
Aw.
And where is this?
and it's down in the unclaimed news.
Oh, wait.
But it
No, where is it, like, being
where?
restored?
Oh, it's in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
It's in
Oh,
Minnesota.
yeah.
Old man.
That guy
Honestly,
with
it
a
looks like
super
it's like
Minnesota accent.
it looks like a half-dead Thomas the Tank Engine. That's
It's
the,
an
that's the
S100.
picture of it. Yeah.
They kind of, yeah.
Great.
Oh, jeez. Unrelated,
ding.
no, like, to everything.
What?
They're beginning to stink of alcohol.
Well, there's something else
They're
that's also
fermenting.
alive.
Oh no.
There's something else that's alive now.
What's alive now?
Duluth, the number 28, is back in service.
Hey!
Good. Good.
You almost forgot about her.
Oh,
They finally got it up and running, and it's been having its test runs so far this year.
Very cool.
that's
Thanks.
consolidation, right? Or a
Thanks.
mogul?
It's a consolidation.
Okay.
It's a consol.
Didn't see it when I was there. Oh well.
No.
Womp womp.
I literally was looking at the Trains magazine, and I just saw that. I was like, why not mention it?
Yeah, they had it in the shop when I was there.
Wait, Ellis, what did you just say?
What did I just say?
What did you just say?
What did I just
Oh.
say?
You made a sound effect?
I did?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's like the
Why?
disappointed set. It's like the disappointed sad trombone thing.
I did?
Didn't you?
I don't know.
No.
Never mind.
Just forget about
Okay.
it. Move on.
But you know what I know? In Kansas City, you can take the streetcar to ice cream.
No, the
Ice-
streetcar is the ice cream.
Oh.
Whoa.
Da-da.
What flavor is it?
It's a historic Kansas City streetcar that they're repurposing to be an ice cream
Flavor.
parlor.
Oh, that's
cool.
neat.
You know what they should do? Seriously? They should freaking...
They should make it like an ice cream truck.
Well, I was
Like,
yeah,
it
I was
goes
gonna
around
say
on
they should just
tracks.
run it around
Ice
and
cream
make it
trolley.
deliver ice cream.
That would
Yes.
be genius.
That would be awesome. New way of delivering ice cream. Here's,
Boston.
here's your load.
Hey, Boston.
Hey, Boston. Yeah, unfortunately,
it's
we
a
don't have any.
PCC
We don't have
car,
hardly
too.
enough stuff that's
Nice.
above ground. It'd be kind of weird to roll into a subway station and have an ice cream trolley pull in.
kid, you want some ice cream?
I'm trying to get the Copley. This is not what I
Yeah.
wanted.
Are you sure you don't want a snack on your way?
I need to saw on my fiddle and smoke my butt.
Yeah,
It's a PCC car, so people are gonna shake the lane up.
yeah. And
Yeah.
and as well, it wouldn't do well down there. We've already reconfigured. None of our trolley cars have poles anymore. They're all pantograph. Actually, except for the PCC cars, of course. But
Well, that isn't a bad thing.
no, it's not. It's just it wouldn't be able to run if we borrowed it to be a creepy ice cream train.
Yeah.
Be a creepy ice
It's about that
Creepy ice
museum
Like how,
type
like how it's not just
but-
an ice cream train, it's a creepy ice cream
It's,
train.
well, because you think about it, it comes out of the tunnel, stops, and offers you ice cream.
Want some
the
ice
person
cream?
in it is gonna be Pennywise, like 100% of the time.
You want some ice
God.
cream?
Yeah.
You want some ice cream? You want some ice cream? Just keeps going off.
And the other times, it's
It
gonna be
needs to
Herbert
be.
the pervert. So
I got some popsicles
Well,
in the salt tunnel.
This is kind of off topic, but everyone knows what's going on with the Hurricane Harvey right now.
yes, glub glub, glub glub glub.
Well, on the afternoon of August 24, all trains were halted. No matter where they were heading, they were all stopped, not going to Texas or going. They had to get out of the way. Well, that means now the yards are out. It's going to be a while. They're going to because they have the major flooding down there. And then as soon as the flooding goes down, they're going to have crews out there working to try to get the trains back. Even Amtrak can't run down there.
I mean,
So they're
yeah,
out
but
of the stop
that's
there.
that's the same whether or not there's a hurricane. There's
Yeah.
Hold on. There's another thing that just made me
Oh,
think
God.
of the frickin'. So
Oh yeah.
the Zephyr is getting a schedule change.
Oh yes.
So it's going
Yeah, you
through
might need to pay attention.
beautiful Wyoming. So Union Pacific track work on the
Wah,
Moffett subdivision in
wah.
September and October
Right.
will result in major changes for Amtrak's Chicago to Emeryville, California Zephyr, along with a detour of the
Wow.
train between Denver and Salt Lake via Wyoming.
Wait a minute.
UP actually doing track work? What's this?
Wait,
Probably
yeah, is this
because
like
they
a
were
temporary?
told to.
Whoa.
Wait, yeah, is this like a temporary change or?
This is a temporary
what?
change for 15
Oh, thank
days, approximately.
Oh.
Okay,
Also,
because I want to
Amtrak-
go out to Salt Lake City to go to Train Mountain with our Jillies, but I want to go
Amtrak-
through
and speaking-
Colorado.
Speaking of Amtrak, did you hear they got new engines?
They did
Oh, yeah,
get
Chargers.
They're
Chargers.
gonna get new engines now that are gonna cut down time.
No
Chargerisms.
speed.
They said they can cut an hour off the schedule.
Until one of them caught on fire.
I forget where.
What
Do what?
what is that based on?
The new engines.
Yeah, that they can cut the schedule down by an
Oh.
hour.
So, I don't have the link, but I read on Facebook they're gonna have. There's a certain route that I'm gonna pull it up, find on my phone, that they got these new engines for, and they can cut down. Like it was a 5.5 hour trip.
Isn't
Well, they're going to cut it down to 4.5.
And I think, isn't
That's
it
what
like the
they're apparently
Heartland
gonna
Flyer
do.
or something? It's one of the central
Oh.
routes.
Yeah, it's one of the central ones.
Yeah.
Okay. See, because whenever I think about Amtrak being delayed, it never has to do with the locomotive's not fast enough. It always has to do with
Well,
like
no.
the way it seems like the way that you'd cut down hours off of an Amtrak trip would be to give it its
actually-
own track or something.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that's
the
that's
engine-
true.
I
but
have
but
the-
theoretically,
I have a story.
The
Right
engines now they're saying can hit 110 miles per hour.
yeah. No,
Oh.
no
It's
matter
caught.
no matter what, being able to accelerate faster and being able to go at a higher top speed is going to help with time.
Right.
It's-
I'm
it's
I'm
not-
surprised it helps that significantly when compared to something like
It's
I'd
Yeah.
love to know the statistics. I'm not trying to be overly skeptical. I just love to know like the numbers behind that.
It's
really
Amtrak
interesting.
Midwest.
It's
that's
probably
doing this.
yeah.
Yeah, it's one
probably
of the
all
central
about
routes.
acceleration time. That's probably where
I-
they're getting all the time.
I-
Because if
I
you
took
the
get
story route.
faster, you can hit a lot of stops and not lose that much time.
Mm.
Unless you're the MBTA and you have a train break down in Back Bay. Poor F40s. And the
Well-
next one behind it, that is an hour behind it, has to come in and push it over the entire route over the Northeast Corridor.
That's kind of
So-
like what happened when they hit the snowdrift.
They
Remember
had
that?
a double-length commuter rail train
Oh my
with a
god.
dead engine on the head, 8 cars with no power, and they had to stop at each station twice and couldn't go over 40.
Hmm.
That was yesterday. I
Oh, wow.
I was thankful enough to not take that train home, or else it would have been a little bit longer, and I would have missed my date. Probably.
Yeah.
It took like 3 hours.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, we all know that NS had their auction a while ago, on the 18th.
Mhm.
So they sold about 5X passenger cars, and along with a lot of other engines, mostly Jeeps and a couple, and their 999 slugs. They sold a lot.
999.
They had one engine, I forget the model, that sold for $125,000. $125,000.
For an engine that's not that much.
Well, it
This
had
is
a
it.
rebuilt cab though. That's the thing that they said made it go higher.
That seems freaking cheap
Yeah,
for a
that is very
locomotive, though.
cheap.
Yeah, the
That's
cheapest
like
one
new
I saw on
locomotives.
Facebook was like $78,000. So it was
Yeah.
cheap. So
What is that noise?
what? Oh, the
Is it like
dinging.
grandfather clock?
Yeah, that's our clock.
Oh my
Yeah, that's our
goodness.
little clock. Sorry about
Okay.
Massive clock.
Big clock.
that. So I found something that we don't have on.
Go on.
It's the no railroad will now run over the Lewis Rehoboth Canal down in
What?
Maryland. It's and it was a Baltimore railroad. It was the only one that they had a swing bridge that was operated all by hand.
Oh yeah, I almost reported on that. It sat around here for forever, and then I never got to it.
Yeah. Well, they're now closing it, and now they're going to truck the tanker cars over.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
so
It
kind
was-
of like what they did in Tillamook.
The bridge was breaking down too much, and it was a
Yeah,
hand.
so they just
it was a
said goodbye.
hand-operated swing bridge. So
Yeah, can you imagine that though? We actually drove by and saw it when we went down there. It was awesome to see. No train, but it was awesome.
well, there you go.
Anyone else? Because I've been talking for a while.
Well, what else? What else we got?
Not sure
what
I
else?
picked up
Oh,
from
the
a
one other
bridge.
good thing that CSX did that I didn't get to.
Oh,
Despite everything else, the juice train carries on. So
woohoo!
the Tropicana juice train continues to roll despite problems with CSX. No matter what, the juice must flow.
Orange
he's-
juice.
But
Uh,
Tropicana declined to discuss its current relationship with the railroad. So, it hauls
Alright.
the products. It doesn't have related to an incorrect number of railroad cars. Oh, some of the complaints are related to an incorrect number of railroad cars showing up to pick up freight. Those are some complaints to CSX. Is you gave us the wrong number of cars. That seems
Oh,
that's a very Penn Central thing to do. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
put that
really.
out there. Hunter Harrison,
And Central too.
what are you doing? But
you know what I could use after hearing all the CSX news?
some juice,
A beer.
a beer.
Crack open
Yeah,
a cold one.
Uh oh.
Like the beer train concept coming to U.S. and China.
Uh oh.
They pretty much have
Uh-oh.
a cheap steel train that delivers beer right to your table.
Oh god. Oh yeah.
Oh,
We
that
talked
little
about this a little
restaurant?
bit. We talked about a
it's
thing
that
like
restaurant. I love that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
They have G-scale trains running all around, and it brings you your drinks.
Yeah.
this. Well, but make sure it's just drinks because if you have things like meth or heroin or are trespassing on railroad property, you could be in big trouble.
Yeah.
For example,
Some-
this one individual. No, I'm not answering that. This one individual who was stopped in Kalama, where's that? Washington, carrying bags of meth and heroin
Oh.
worth about 20
Oh.
grand.
Jeez.
And the reason he was caught is because he was on railroad property.
Yep.
The driver of the car, quote, had nothing to do with the drugs.
That will
What
get
is
you.
this? What even is going on?
It's
and-
just like the trespassers at Horseshoe
Well, he's
Turn.
not the only trespasser. There was a shirtless dude in a coal train.
What?
There was a shirtless guy in a coal train, in a
Where
BNSF
was
coal
this?
train, who was arrested.
Where was this?
Oh yeah, that's right. That happened. What?
Where was this?
This was, where was this?
It was up
Cheney.
in Seattle.
Cheney
Or
was.
Cheney.
Cheney.
Trespassing is illegal. It's a criminal offense.
well,
also- He was a sight to see Wednesday morning, sitting shirtless astride an open coal train car and riding it like a stagecoach teamster through downtown Spokane. As he headed west, his free, and not to mention completely illegal, ride through the heart of downtown made him a piece of gossip on social media. Where was he going?
Oh,
Where was
gee.
his shirt? How great will his view be when the train crosses the high bridge? And so, in olden days, railroad turns ahead, blah blah blah. But apparently, they got the drop on this guy, and we stopped the train at Cheney. The individual was removed by BNSF personnel from the train and issued a citation. Next time he rides
Wow.
a train, Melanus recommends Amtrak.
And a shirt.
And
And a shirt.
yes.
Yeah, they probably won't
Please.
let you on the Amtrak train if you're not wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
No shoes, no shirt, no service.
Yep. Unless,
Well,
You know
Speaking
what
of
also
trespassers,
causes no
Ellis.
service? When
what's...
people take your overhead cables.
Oh my god,
Like they
this is
did on
another
Maps.
this is another act by the world's lamest
Yeah.
terrorists.
Yeah. They
Go on.
got their signal cables vandalized out of all lanes.
And by vandalized, they mean they came and cut them and took parts.
Oh,
Yeah.
suck.
Yoink. That's I mean, it's not funny, but it's funny. I thought it was. When I glanced at it, I thought they were talking
It's
about.
funny because it's Trimax.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. I thought they were talking about the overhead cables being
Yeah, like
cut,
the
and I was
loose
like,
power.
"What is
I
this?
thought they were
1850?"
too.
Like snipping the wires that run alongside the tracks.
The 1500 volt wires, yeah. Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Well, you just gotta have good. You gotta have well insulated scissors.
Yeah,
Snip. Zzz.
yeah.
Wrong part.
It's very fun.
Well, and speaking of vandalizing, Ellis,
What?
I'm sure a lot of people heard about it. The horseshoe.
Oh yeah.
Horseshoe curve incident.
So to continue with what we were talking about before,
Chris was not involved in this one.
are you sure
think.
about that? We've got foamers climbing over fences, over other things. It looks like they actually bent the fence. What the hell, guys?
It looks like they cut it through. Yeah.
Virtual Rail had captured 3 trespassers and vandals around dusk on Sunday evening, climbing on rail equipment and jumping across fences. 3 men were spotted breaking into the museum and climbing fences, protecting both Norfolk Southern's Pittsburgh line and the exhibit of Pennsylvania Railroad EMD GP9 number 7048. There's a
And I've
picture of one
also-
dude standing on the locomotive, another one trying to get into the engine compartment, and the third one hopping the fence.
Looks like he's stuck from the
Oh
angle.
my god. Well, yeah, he probably fell and impaled his balls on that spiky fence.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, well,
One goes,
I don't wanna
one
think
goes to
about that.
hospital after impaling balls on fence
yeah.
after trespassing.
Trying to trespass.
Great headline. Great headline.
And he
Well, I
had
heard-
30 pounds of meth in his pockets.
I mean, that just doesn't help.
And he was also making bomb threats to hobby stores.
Yes, he was. Again, these are them. This is them. It's got to be them. 100%.
These are the world's worst
These are the world's
terrorists.
lamest terrorists, and they hate foamers.
Well,
In other
Well,
words,
I
they
They
hate
throw
themselves.
rocks at cameras.
But police were
They
called
shake
to
the
whistle-stop
cameras?
trains in Portland, Oregon, for
Oh, jeez.
a shoebox containing a possible pipe bomb. A worker at the shop said a transient came in and said there was a pipe bomb in a box on the wall outside the building. Nice. Well done.
The world's lamest terrorists.
well,
Yeah.
about the PR, the people trespassing. I've heard that they have now been caught and they know who they are, but they so far haven't had charges pushed against them yet.
Well, then maybe there's hope. Maybe there's hope to rid the world of these dastardly people who
So they've been
who
identified.
place pipe bombs
These-
at hobby
these
shops.
these dastardly bastards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They suck at being terrorists.
Dastardly
These
dastard.
dastards.
pipe pipe bombs at hobby shops, and
What's next?
And attack or
Oh,
random
God,
trains
bulldoze.
with innocent bulldozers.
Bulldozer. The page out of the lamest terrorist guidebook, the old flaming bulldozer track.
Ah, I got him. You're right. You're
Bet they
right.
never saw that one coming.
You ring the doorbell, and when they open it, you drive a flaming bulldozer through their house.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. It's a little bit like that, except for the flaming bulldozer.
With the pipe bomb on the front.
We're gonna check
With
in.
a box of pipe bomb.
We're gonna check in periodically to make sure you stay flaming. So CSX is offering a $5,000 reward to find the person who left construction equipment on the tracks. We already talked about this derailment, but I'm fairly certain it's either the world's lamest terrorists or another event in the ongoing saga of this war between construction equipment and
Train.
random trains.
No. It's the world's worst terrorist organization. It's ISIS spelled backwards. It's Sissy.
CC.
Welcome to Sissy.
Sissy. Yeah, Sissy.
Welcome to
The
Sissy.
world's
Hey, we target
lamest
random
terrorist.
trains and hobby stores.
Oh my god.
They're like the hillbillies.
The old
Hey, we
incendiary
target-
bulldozer gag. It's gonna get you.
Oh my god.
They're like hillbillies. We're going to get it with bulldozers.
Y'all kinda.
And hookers.
Y'all.
Y'all kind of.
Y'all
I
kid.
can't take credit for that one. But anyways,
This is
Anyways.
awesome.
on the brighter side, the Amtrak repairs at Penn Station are quote unquote, and I
Ahead
give a
of
little leeway
schedule.
in that quote unquote, but they are done. The 6th week of repairs has wrapped up under Penn Station. There have been a bunch of time lapses on this, but
Oh, is that when they were updating like all the switches,
Yep.
the rails, and everything?
Yep.
Yeah.
no autoplay video. I don't care
I
if
know,
your video is
same, I
called
just had it
Train
pop up.
Pain. I
I
get
just
it.
had it pop up.
But so they want to. We are used to running Long Island Railroad and New Jersey Transit at a 90+% on-time performance. I expect to be running well above 90% when we restore service, so that's got to be our goal. And there's a possibility that Amtrak might finish the work completely a couple days early on long Labor Day weekend.
But don't forget, you also have those bulldozer threats.
Yeah, unless a bulldozer busts in, which there is some fear of bulldozer busting in. Even though I've said many times, I'll believe it when I see it when it comes to the recreation of the Penn Station complex. Apparently they've broken ground. Apparently something
Really?
is happening.
Wow.
The Penn Farley complex begins construction. So
Wow.
the conversion of the James A. Farley Post Office building, which is the old building across from Penn Station, which is in the same style as the original Penn Station, it's
Oh,
officially
sweet.
underway.
Nice.
So Governor Andrew Cuomo announced on Thursday afternoon, and demolition work began in September 2016, but now it's being prepped for the new train hall, which will measure 255,000 square feet, have a 92-foot-tall skylight, and 9
Wow.
platforms and 17 tracks, served by
Ooh,
11
I was
escalators, 7 elevators, and it's finally we're getting a station that doesn't suck to replace
I want to
Penn
go
Station.
now. This sounds pretty nice.
Road trip.
I'm
Field trip.
looking forward to it because the concept is actually not outrageous as previous ones definitely were.
Pennsylvania Special Part 2, they're
And it
probably
looks
limited.
good, and
Yeah,
it
really.
means that they can do all this work like outside of the current Penn Station and not mess with stuff more. I'm
We can
looking
actually do something
forward to it.
separate.
I'm really looking forward to it. I hope it goes well. But this is infrastructure work in New York. It's probably going to take about 3 times as long as scheduled and be 5 times over budget. But alas, this is how it works.
It's underway.
It's good to get things done instead of not getting them done at all, especially if you happen to live in northern Canada and your only connection is a rail line that everyone is refusing to pay to fix.
When talking about brand new stuff, Union Pacific has unveiled their new academically technology for double stack intermodal trains.
Otherwise known
The
as a
wedge.
wedge.
The
Yep.
swoosh.
The
These-
swoosh. That is the official
They're
name now.
modified.
The Nike
They're
swoosh.
modified.
No, it's not.
They're modified cars that have a big slope on the front to make it so there's less drag.
All right.
And they've now just unveiled them.
They've just unveiled them because nobody
Oh.
could figure this out before. No one could possibly figure
Well, it says
out the idea
2013
that
on
a
the thing.
flat face impedes performance.
Well, now it says the evolution of a standard mid-size car getting roughly 200 miles per hour. 200 miles per gallon. Union Pacific can move 1 ton of freight on 480 miles on a single gallon of diesel.
Ooh.
And this is helping them.
I mean, it
Because
is. I'm sure it is helping them because they're in
They're
the middle of a
losing the
little
drag.
bit of a crunch
That's gonna
right
be
now.
Yeah.
They're in fact laying a bunch of people off. 750
so-
people.
And speaking of laying people off, CSX laid off people in Chicago.
Yeah, this surprises nobody anymore.
Yeah.
This is CSX doing CSX things. They're going to downsize to the point where CP can buy them.
They said they laid off more than 60 employees at the Chicago yard. So, well,
They're
there's another
closing
strike
things.
against you guys. Well, there's another strike against you guys, CSX. Have fun more strikes.
Yeah.
I've stopped
I'm
counting at this point.
Everyone
Same.
stopped counting. The only people still counting are the shippers, and the answer is too many.
Yeah.
And the customers.
Well, that's
What
I
else
mean.
is there against them?
Those are the
Oh.
shippers. Anyways,
Well, anything else now?
How
Yeah,
long
anything
do we
else?
have before the lightning round?
anything else interesting? We can go into it right now.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't have anything else.
I mean, I just have.
Astoria,
I just have.
Astoria Steam is getting ready for final assembly of the little Mikado that they have.
If I can
Oh,
do,
cool.
Yeah, they post something about it, like once every 2 months, and then don't say anything.
Still better than have Annual Travel website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, maybe their Facebook page. I mean, their Facebook page works.
Yeah.
well, there
but,
were 2 Steam engines.
Speaking of
Like-
Steam engines,
There we go.
Yes.
the Bring Back 757 campaign has raised over $13,000
Wow,
as
swag.
of
Woohoo!
the
Nice.
27th.
Woohoo!
Swag.
I'm gonna help them.
Yeah, I still need to donate.
And her sister is also coming back for Steam in the Valley in Akron, Ohio this year.
Akron,
Yep, and
Ohio.
I can't wait. Help Bring Back 757 and win a 3 throttle time.
Oh yeah,
Touch
if
on
you
17.
donate
Oh,
$10,
seriously?
you
That's
can
awesome.
get a chance to win, but
I
you have
need
to
to
be
do
18
that.
or older. You have to be 18
Where
or
is
older.
that?
I'm 18. I need to donate $10 to this shit.
Hey Durs, what about the Sioux Line?
Oh, right. Suit Line 1003 went to Chicago for, what was the name of the place?
There was a charity event, I know that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of the place.
Where's
I
the
went
link
to
for
Chicago.
Where's the link for
It's
who is it?
Suit Line go.
It's above Milky.
Suit Line to the
No,
Windy
oh,
City.
here it is. See you in the valley.
Yeah,
It tracked on Wisconsin and Southern track to
oh,
Chicago.
for the
Shriners
Hospital
for Children.
There you go.
Sort of in
Charity
sync.
Yeah, they showed up with a PCC car full of ice cream as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which was awesome.
And K&L's new 1330 model.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Commander. Not only
It's
a new
nice.
13, not only
It's very
a new
nice.
1630 model, but the next thing on the roster now
Is 475.
is 475. So we can have Westy and Ivan in a row. So we basically have, for the first time ever, perhaps more than half of the things that are coming up on the KNL website, I'm probably going to buy.
Strasburg.
Yeah.
Strasbourg.
And
I'll stop
if I had
working
to
my ass to
hazard
make a
the
profit.
guess as to
Strasburg.
what they're doing after Westy, probably Gabe.
No,
Gabe.
probably not, because people don't buy engines of that size as much.
I would.
They have
I
something
would.
that's really close to Gabe. Anyways.
You know one thing he really got to do after he does all these works he's commissioned for? He needs to have the Q2.
Yeah, he
Yes.
does. That's correct.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I need to build
Standard
Gabe
rule.
Gmod. Like we've built
Sure,
all the
do it.
Strasburg stuff except for Gabe.
Gaben.
Build little Gabe.
I need a wheel
Hey!
for Dennis.
Ooh.
George, you have the other
Well, actually,
skill.
no,
Come
I'll
on,
figure
you can
it
build Gabe.
All right. Anyways,
Anyways,
That was
anything else
awesome.
real
The
interesting?
Peninsula
Uh,
Railway
there's-
in Nubberlands
What?
Museum has acquired the Wireway.
Yay! Right away.
Woohoo!
They're a group that I haven't really talked much about because I wasn't quite sure how they were going to do it, but they did it, and glad that they did.
Ooh.
They're railroad up in Washington. An attempted tourist operation that just got 2 brand new locomotives, 3 speeders, a caboose, and all sorts of different tools
Wow.
from Sierra Pacific Industries, which operated the railroad before 2015. And they got a roundhouse too.
Congrats.
Well, they got everything except for the roundhouse because the logging company wanted to keep that for whatever reason, but get rid of the railroad. Why? But anyways, they're in the process of getting a passenger car as well.
Okay. Well, good. Big steps forwards.
Yep.
Well, since we were talking about Strasbourg, they have their photo freight on the 23rd, with 475 heading it
No, it's not a photo freight.
on the way. Oh, it wasn't a photo freight.
Yeah, that
It
was
it was an
Oh,
actual
just a
freight.
regular
They had 14 cars that got dropped off, and they had to move them, so they had to get 475 out for it because they couldn't do it with the diesel.
Push.
Was steamed up waiting.
push, push,
Ah.
push, push.
Diesel coming.
It happens. It's awesome when it happens, and apparently there are going to be a lot more in this coming year. Like in the first 6 months of next year, we may see a lot of steam freights at Strasbourg from an inside source. But anyways, what?
what?
I think I'll save the bullet train for next time.
I can talk about this next time. TVRM's Railfest for this year is all just a few weeks out. They're going to be hosting that on September 9th and 10th.
Okay.
Go to that. TVRM's good. I want to go. And also, I just noticed this on their on the top of their Facebook page. Join us September 8th for our first annual Rail Barons Bash. What is that?
I don't know.
I have no idea what that is.
Perhaps in the future.
Go read it.
Yeah, go read it.
Make religion out of this.
It's time for the end of the line. Oh,
Yay.
you know what? This one's running long. We'll deal with it later. So, anyways. Oh, you know what? Achilles is still in here. We need to make it. Jacob. That's you. All right, Jader.
Yeah.
You're up first.
Rick and Morty. I'm gonna dress up as Rick for Halloween.
Pickle Rick.
No, I'm gonna be normal Rick. Maybe I can get one of my friends to be Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick.
Forgetting about Halloween. All right,
End of the lines, man.
Jacob.
Okay, guys, don't be CSX.
All
That's all I
right.
can say.
And-
Don't be a CSX.
Next is Flybolt.
Blah, blah, what's new, pussycat? Whoa, 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 whoa.
You should have made that a hyperlink to the song. Or the bit. Milky.
You know what? I've seen so many whales to trails. Why not trails to whales?
Okay. Wasn't that your thing last time?
Yeah, I know. I'm going with it.
Okay. And to add to Jacob's don't be CSX. Don't stare at the sun, kids. And definitely don't
Please.
do both at once.
Don't be Rick and stare at the sun. Okay.
We hope you guys.
Pickle Rick.
Don't be Rick either. We hope you guys
Let's
enjoyed
don't be a
this
Jerry.
episode of the Terminus podcast, and we will see you in another 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.